30 seconds or no?
It's already on there. So I legit just let it play out because I wanted to see if the three people that have joined us already would stay there. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the second annual draft of 3 rounds with a few of our former guests. We got a new one. We got some old ones, and we're about to wrap it around the room. First off, Eric, tell them who you are and where they can find you.
What's up? My name is He Hate Me 702. I'm from the Vegas Benchwarmer podcast, and you can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that good stuff. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. And also, folks, for those that are here right now, we're going to be doing this again one last time whenever we get to the end. But go ahead and check out Eric and his boys over at Vegas Benchwarmers. It's a really good show. It's very strong bar humor. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm fine with it.
Facebook. This is not my Facebook.
Oh, you sure? I just looked over. Sure. I was making sure.
It's not.
Because Eric will light it up like I do. Isaac has learned lessons with me.
Oh, yeah. Our show, unless I tell, like Monday's show, Med knows to keep it PG, but normally now our show, I'm like, no, it's not going on the Facebook because Med says some stuff that Eric will love. He's Med's been letting it loose.
Yeah, man. I'm all about getting the shots right now. And speaking of some shots, we got a newbie right here. We got Nick from Roll Coverage, Carolina Panthers fan. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. Super excited for this. Carolina Panthers are still going to suck this year, but hey, this draft might be able to make it a little better.
Hey, you're turning it around, man. Dan Morgan's going to have to sit there and actually take notes from you.
Dan Morgan's getting fired, so.
And you know what? Bryce Young looked better last year.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean,
Bryce
there's no place to go.
At this point in his career, still has not eclipsed the total touchdowns that Daniel Jones had in his entire rookie season.
That's you don't want to depress yourself. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't depress yourself.
Don't compare myself to Daniel Jones. Come on.
Yeah, per Shador. And to his left, we have the man, the myth, the legend. We have Mr. Tom Valente, Isaac's dad, who said he's going to spank him in this. What's up, Mr. Tom?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this for about 3 weeks, so I'm good to go. Thank you for having me again, Matt and Isaac and everybody. Let's have a fun draft. It's gonna be good. Thank you, everybody.
And Isaac, by all means, they probably know who you are, but I mean, go ahead and just toot your horn, sir.
Well, I'm Med's co-host. I put up with him this way. I put up with him once a week. It's been, great for me. No, Med's one of my best buds. I'm Isaac with Fun Football Podcast. Had a show last night. My dad was courteous enough to hop on because Jones, his internet was bugging out. Me and him, we had a blast kind of previewing this, actually. Yeah. We talked about some prospects for the Bears, the Packers, the Cowboys, and we had a blast. So I think this is going to be great. And we have a big show on Monday. I'll prep it. I'll preview that later. Med, who are you, man?
Oh, man. I am the one that's too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Sit there and let my stories be told. I am Med, shots from the sideline,
dropping bars,
and I said, Eric's bars. Like, this dude is whack as shit.
No, when you said the first line, I was thinking of Ghostbusters. I don't know why. I'm too hot to handle.
It's our girl Janae.
Yeah. So.
All right, so everybody, Isaac is letting me kind of just, I guess, control this beast that is going to be the next fun for the next 2 hours. And everyone pretty much has their things pretty much set out right now. If you feel like you need some help, Eric has only one division. Everyone else is doing 6 to 8 teams. So if you need some help and you're like, hey, assistant GM Eric, Mr. He Hate Me, can you assist me a little bit and give me some info? Man can hook you up real quick. He's one of the best, and we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy started.
Don't ask me that.
Sounds great.
You guys, really quick before we get going, do you guys have any special shows coming up you want to preview before we get going really fast?
You know
No,
what?
not really.
I'm going to be live on the Blitz Sports Media entire coverage. I think I'll be on the first day at least. I offer to be on the second day as well, so definitely check me out over there.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Let's get this done. I'm good.
All right. So the very first one, we got the Tennessee Titans and the South. I believe, Nick, you are taking both the Souths, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Let's do this. Okay. Now, are we trying to do this like how I'm building the Titans, or are we going to do this how it's actually going to happen?
Yeah. Are we doing realistic or are we
Yeah,
doing?
'cause that's two separate drafts.
So for the Giants, I think
questions.
Joe Shane is the biggest idiot in the world. So I might just become the biggest idiot in the world. But that's realistic, isn't it? Like, right? Isn't it? No. I'm gonna do it as fair as I can, even for I hate the
I will be
Cowboys, but
realistic.
I'm gonna be fair. And the only thing is we can't trade. That's the only thing that makes us fake because the trade machine sucks. Otherwise, I'm gonna put everything into it, even for the teams I don't like.
Yeah, Eric could tell you that last year we tried to do a trade and it
Trade
took
sucked.
45
Yeah, it was
minutes.
horrible.
An extra 45
I was
minutes.
there, I was like,
So this, I'm not just trying to predict how the Titans are going to pick. This is how I think the Titans should pick, just to be clear.
okay, that's fine with me.
Okay, Abdul Carter, number 1. Let's go.
All right. So
That's nice and easy.
Wait, what?
You take best player available. I don't care what the Titans have to say. Cam Ward is a
What?
flash in a pan at best. First
What?
pick quarterbacks. Come on, dude. The hit rate is very slow. You have a chance of
I know
Cam
that
Ward
means.
being a jet down the road and succeeding more than a Titan. So you have to take best player available.
Fair. My Titans fan buddy Sam, Mr. First Down, thinks so too. Ballers and briefs. Thank you, dude. I'm gonna hit comments
yeah,
during breaks.
because I'm
All
gonna be
right,
sitting here
that's
doing
crazy.
this.
Like,
So
subscribe. and
I'll be
donate.
honest, I'm a little shocked with the Abdul Carter pick, and that's just me because I knew that Abdul Carter does have a surgery in his future, but at the same time, hey man, you're definitely going your own route on that one. So who has Cleveland Browns?
Dad, is that you or is that who has Cleveland?
Really quick, remember that Abdul
Not
Carter is
me.
also only 21.
That's true.
I think it's you, Nick. When we talked about it earlier.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
No, you're good. I'm just checking to see what team.
If that's the case,
Um,
I know exactly what this pick is.
I have Pittsburgh and Cincinnati in that division, so I think it's somebody else.
Okay, so then I probably have the.
You got Cleveland, man.
Matt had the
Cleveland,
AFC
Baltimore.
North.
Okay, this
Matt
one's
had the
easy. They're
AFC
going to take
North.
Travis Hunter, even though
Oh,
I
so
don't.
so I have the AFC North.
I don't know if we're looking by the Twitter. It had Matt as the AFC North.
Okay.
It had Matt NFC West and AFC North. World Coverage had the NFC South and AFC South. Isaac had the
AFC South.
NFC East and AFC East, and then
I'm the
Mr.
West and-
Tom had the North NFC North, and then they said, "Can you take 2 from him?"
Oh,
So I had the NFC North plus Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, I think.
Yep, plus Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. So, Matt, you have Cleveland and Baltimore.
There you go. Matt, you're on Cleveland.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, I'm going to go with Cameron Ward. I mean, this is a simple one. I honestly thought he'd be going in the first round, first pick, but he slides down to me.
Oh,
We've had
UCFS.
40 quarterbacks since we have come back to the NFL. This is a very simple one. Honest to truth, goodness, I really feel like Cameron Ward can be a franchise quarterback. That's how I feel about it, and he just makes the game look really easy. So Cameron Ward.
What are you gonna do with the I can't keep my hands to myself, Deshaun Watson?
You're going to have to cut him.
Ooh.
he didn't play
well-
this year anyways. Just let him sit his butt on the bench.
Just cut him.
I was gonna say what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually build another massage parlor. I'm gonna go ahead and have him manage that. So I mean, it's his biggest clients were gonna be Justin Tucker, gonna be Robert Kraft, and everybody else that can't keep their
Oh
hands
my
to
God.
themselves. And that's what's gonna happen.
All right.
It's just like that song. They can't keep their hands to themselves. Okay, so I've got to give you a joke pick. Joe Shane picks Nick Nash. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That
Hell
would be a great pick. All right, what the Giants should do if Abdul Carter slid, because in reality, I think it's going to be Cam Ward, and then I think the Browns are going to go Travis Hunter. So I would have gone Abdul Carter for the Giants, but in this mock draft, because Abdul Carter went 1 and then Cam Ward went 2, I can't pass him up. Give me Travis Hunter. Let's have a duel. Let's have Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter at receiver. That sounds awesome. So
I can't blame you. That sounds awesome.
yeah, I mean,
I like that. I like that a lot, Isaac. Yeah.
and they need help in
Listen.
their secondary, so he plays a little DB. That's going to help him a lot.
I'm gonna tell y'all, they better put that boy at DB. They better put that boy at DB.
Yeah, he's a corner. He's not a wide receiver.
They better not put that boy at receiver. They better put
He's
him
gonna
at
get
DB
chewed.
and let him come in on some package as a he wasn't even that good of a receiver. He just made highlight plays. Like, he was not really that great. He just made highlight catches in crucial moments. Would you put that boy on receiver? He's gonna get exposed so quickly.
I think if you give him time to develop with the right coaching staff, here's the problem.
Wait,
I
we
agree-
said the Giants. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
Nope,
Giants.
nope.
So-
Realistically, nope.
Daniel's given Nick some crap. He's like, Ward signed a lease. Pick Ward.
No,
this
we
is
know
us
that's the
picking.
reality.
We know Ward's one. This is our mock
Okay,
draft.
but I get it.
This is our mock draft, so Ward's 2.
So I'm the Pats now too, because I'm the AFC East, right? I'm both East.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I got number 4. If Travis Hunter went 4, ooh, this is interesting. You know
Travis
what?
Hunter went 3.
Sorry, yeah, Travis Hunter went 3. That's what I meant.
There's only
good call
one
there.
pick here. There's one pick for you.
Yeah,
And
I
if
was
you
gonna
pass
say.
on
agree.
him, that doesn't even
I
make
see
sense.
2. I want to know what you guys think. I'm gonna go Mason Graham, but what do you guys think?
No.
I think you should go with Will Campbell because
Will
you wanna
Campbell, yeah,
protect,
or Membo.
Drake May.
Yep. But you can go Mason Graham. But
You
I
go
definitely
Mason Graham. I mean, it's your team.
It's your pick, but I definitely
Your pick. I think
It's
there's a
gotta
dark
be-
horse in there too.
No,
I
there
mean,
is.
Ashton Genty wouldn't be a bad pick.
No,
for you either.
that's
My pick.
Yeah, that
that's
wouldn't
the
be a
dark-
bad pick for you either.
that's the dark horse I was thinking about. Actually, here's the deal. Will Campbell, I love him. He makes sense to protect our boy, Drake May. But you know what? Let's go ahead and throw a curve in this whole draft. I'll take Ashton Genty. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, in New England with Drake May, they upgraded their O-line. That's going to be awesome for Drake May.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that one, Isaac.
Okay.
All right, roll
next
coverage.
Save
round.
for the deposit, Daniel.
Okay,
Daniel's
so
on here.
obviously the Jaguars have a lot, and I have a philosophy with quarterbacks that I feel like they really need to be paired with a great tight end. So, and this one's going to be super easy. It's just going to be Tyler Warren. He makes the best sense long term. He's going to assist him in the blocking game. We know Liam Cohen loves to run the ball like he did with Bucky Irving and Rashad White. So expect Tank Bigsby and all those guys to get assistance from him. And of course, the safety valve, Tyler Warren. It's going to be perfect for Jacksonville.
Nice pick.
This might be the easiest pick for the Raiders. I mean, Pete Carroll loves a mobile quarterback that can run. He loves a quarterback that can throw. We're just going to go Shedeur Sanders. Like, they don't have a quarterback. They don't have one at all.
Thank
and he fits his
you.
system. He
Gino's
fits
not a
his system.
quarterback. I love it. I love
Interesting.
that pick.
Gino's one Pro Bowl season came with Pete Carroll, and I consider
Exactly.
that to be Pete
That's what I'm
Carroll's
saying.
magna opus.
And they're not like runners that take off. They're that guy that can run, but they still want to stay in the pocket. So he kind of fits his mold, just a bigger version.
So I'm up
I
with
feel
the
you on
Jets.
that one.
Oh, I agree.
Vegas.
So I'm up with the Jets. They do need a receiver, and I love to take those, but I'm actually going to go Will Campbell here. They got to get a tackle to protect whoever's going to be their quarterback.
Justin
And-
Fields.
As much as I like Justin Fields. And if you want to have a semblance of a running game, let's get somebody in there. Membo's good, but picks Will Campbell.
I agree. Carolina, this is literally a wet dream scenario for me, so this is super easy. It's Mason Graham. I mean, it's not even close. I don't think I need to say anything. He's going to be a Pro Bowl defensive tackle pretty quickly. Think Vita Vea, but better.
All right. So you're up again.
Oh, so this is a tough one. Saints could go up with Shedeur off the board. God, they need so much.
Yes, they do.
They
Daniels
really
have fun.
need so much. As much as
It's
I want to
pretty
see
hard down in the
I'm gonna
Big
take
East
Membo.
right now.
Yeah, Armin Membo.
Armin
Oh,
Membo.
God.
Hey,
Yeah, for sure. Take a tackle. They need to worry about their offensive line long term. There's way more things they need to solve, and they can wait on the quarterback.
All right. So, Mr. Tom, you are up with, I think this is actually your first pick.
This is my first pick. You
Yeah,
know,
don't
both.
screw this one up.
I was hoping for one of the tackles to fall, one of the two tackles, which didn't happen. You know, Chicago's their needs, obviously offensive tackle, edge, running back,
There's some players here.
tight end. There's some players left. I'm
Yeah,
in agreement.
it kind of sucked the tackles didn't fall because that's what Med would like too.
Yeah, I thought the tackles might fall. Chicago's got another shot at it. Ashton Genty's gone. All right. Hold on for a second. I'm thinking.
Oh, you're good. This is such an interesting spot just to talk about the Bears.
This is
The
fun.
Bears have such an interesting place. Like Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, their wide
Yeah.
receiver are still pretty decent. They still have a lot going on for them.
Oh, I agree.
I know what I would like, but like I said, I'm want to hold my tongue until after.
Well, tell us, Matt, what you would like as a Chicago Bear fan.
I have a guess. Can I guess it?
Go for it.
Yes.
Kelvin Banks.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. My second pick then would be for you, probably Jalen Walker. Or no. It's Shamar.
Ding, 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 ding.
It was Walker. Yeah,
It'll be either Walker or Michael Williams, because if you have a good pass rush, you have a great pass defense.
Don't take Jalen Walker then. If you go look at his tape, especially the Texas game, the two tackle, and this is a thing, like he's mocked heavily to Carolina. So like he's probably going to be a Carolina Panther. When I did his breakdown of the Texas game when they first played him, and then the conference championship game or whatever, the 2 sacks he got against Banks basically fell into the ground. Jalen Walker's not some crazy overwhelming presence.
I am gonna just to throw a curveball at everything. This is the Detroit coach that came over. He's the offensive coordinator, right, for Detroit. He's gonna. I think I like Amarian Hampton here, so I'm gonna go Amarian Hampton. Give him that weapon.
I love it.
The 2 tackles were gone, and Amarian Hampton is going to be a pretty good weapon there. So that's who I'm going to.
I don't think Matt totally hates it. Okay, people, 10 picks in, really quick. If you give us some draft grades as we go, if you're watching, we got a lot of people watching right now. So drop your draft grades as we go. We'll recap in a little bit here. We'll get to 16, then we'll recap the first round.
All right. So San Francisco, of course, lost Travarius Ward. They lost a few other players and everything. It is saying that my top need is defensive tackle, but I'm going to be honest with you. I am actually ecstatic that Will Johnson is still here. Yes, I know that he has some injury history, but if you watch the tape and everything, he has explosion. He's a very big physical corner that can actually come up and challenge the runner. I just like him. I think he's the best corner. Yes, that's including Travis Hunter. Will Johnson, welcome to the Bay, baby.
I'll make this one quick. The Cowboys need another weapon at receiver, and he's the number 1 guy on the board. This isn't just me picking a receiver. I think the Cowboys would absolutely do this if Genty and Hampton are gone. Ted McMillan. Let's go.
Ooh.
I agree.
They got to have somebody outside CeeDee Lamb. They have one of the worst receiving corps in the NFL. If you just ignore CeeDee Lamb, they might be the worst receiving corps in the league.
It could be golden to keep him in Texas.
It could be, actually. I thought about that.
It could be.
Or
it could be their shitty ass quarterback.
Or that's true. I agree. But you know them. They're going to make a splash pick. I'm predicting running back or receiver for them. So
I don't care how many
Dolphins. I'm back.
Dak is Dak.
I just had an argument about a buddy yesterday with
he's just him. Like there's no reason their team should not be better.
Well, I do have a counter. I agree Dak isn't that guy. However, my counter is Jerry sucks at team building, and if you look at their roster, they have a few stars and their depth is awful. He can't draft for a crap. outside of a few splash players. They have that defensive tackle, and they've got Micah, and they don't have much else on D. And on offense, the running back room and the receivers are some of the worst in the league now. That's my counter. But I agree, Dak could do more with that team. So we could go on that.
That's a good point. No, that's a good point. I get your point. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think I'll back up with Miami. Ooh, Miami. What am I gonna do for Miami? Okay. Jalen Walker actually kind of makes some sense here. They need a cornerback. They need defensive tackle. They need an offensive tackle too. Kelvin Banks makes sense. Shamar Stewart makes sense.
Are you reading this off your phone?
No, I'm on a computer.
Okay.
You got to get it really close.
It's little, man. One. It's still little.
You can zoom it.
Oh, you're right. Why don't I just? Why didn't I do that? Because I can't see the comments now. Oh, here's the problem. I can't see the comments, but this looks great. Okay, so damn, dude.
Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle.
No, I like him, but I think I'm gonna go. I do like Kenneth Grant. I think I'm actually.
I'll put it this way: do you want your quarterback drinking his dinner in the next couple of years?
I was thinking. I was thinking Tyler Booker, but I do think.
Oh, he's done anyway. It don't matter what you do. You can give him the greatest line in the world. Sooner or later, he's going to trip and fall and have a concussion.
Yeah, let's go with Kelvin Banks Jr. I was thinking the guard, but I think Banks is a better value here. I'll go with Banks Jr.
Colts. The Colts. I mean, it's going to be Colston Loveland. That's a super easy pick. Tight end's one of their biggest needs. There's really no other pick that I could see going to them. If they want to think about edge, maybe, and then going to the Falcons, the thing that they need more than anything is edge presence. So they're going to have to take Mike Green out of Marshall. Most sacks in the FBS last year was 17.5. Amazing motor and everything like that. And I just think he has more in the tank than Shamar Stewart long term.
Look, I'm just going to say, if this was a competition, Nick would be winning right now. Okay. I don't know how he knows so much about so many different people. He has literally said a great comment about every single person that's been drafted. I feel smarter today, right now.
I've done a mock draft, a full 7-round mock draft for all 32 teams every day for the last 5 days.
Oh,
wow.
So you might like this then.
It's not here yet, right?
I can you want me to go ahead and raise my level? I'll go ahead and raise my level. So
you're good.
With the Arizona Cardinals, I'm looking at what they already brought. They brought in a lot of people that are edge rushers: Josh Sweat, Baron Browning, LJ Collar. You look at some of the players that they have. They brought back Calais Campbell. I mean, they brought him back when they drafted them 20 centuries ago. So I'm going to actually sit there and I'm going to say, I want to build this defense up a little bit more in the front. Why not get someone that eats a lot of tackles? Why not go ahead and just pick up Kenneth Grant and put him in the desert? He could be something that can fill a hole the size of the Grand Canyon. Great numbers, a legendary bench press, almost 600 pounds. This man is going to be someone that cannot be moved. Give me Kenneth Grant.
He put my bench to shame today,
what
man.
do y'all do? Do y'all just sit here and read stats all day long? Like I'm eating breakfast.
We do this all the time, man.
I got a waterproof bag so I can read stats when I take a shower.
Med's life, he's got a notebook, and when he's not with his wife or playing video games, which is a large portion of the time, Med is writing this shit down. That's Med, man. It's not a diss either, man.
Yeah, no.
Bears going Warren wouldn't make sense. By the way,
game anymore.
Isaac, are you doing the first half recap? Because we're at 16.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so number.
Can you scroll down a little bit to center it?
Oh yeah, hold on. There
okay, do you guys want to read? How about we read our picks we made? So Tennessee, who'd you pick?
Abdul Carter, edge out of Penn State.
Nice.
And then Cleveland, who'd you pick?
Cameron Ward. I picked the future of the Cleveland Browns and Cleveland. Cameron Ward.
Stop lying.
It's not Kenny Pickett. It's not Kenny Pickett.
Bro's gonna be selling Ford soon.
I took Travis Hunter for the Giants. He can. He's listed as a corner, but give them. They need a DB and a receiver. So, and then I took Ashton Genty for the Pats. I think that's the best running back they've had in
that'd
decades.
be good if that could happen.
Yep. And the Jacksonville Jaguars take Penn State's Tyler Warren. I know it seems like a Penn State run, but Those are their
Hey,
two best
man.
players. So
No, he's a good pick.
Yeah, I know the Raiders have Geno Smith, but they still don't have a fun quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's why they took Shador. So for anybody that thinks I don't know, I fucking know they have him. But listen, he's a career backup that had 2 or 3 good years in Seattle. Seifert, he's gonna go back to being a backup. He's gonna be a great mentor for Shador.
Or
Hey,
AOC.
actually, that's a good way to look at it. And the rest of your division has got their quarterback. So you got Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, and you guys got Mahomes.
Oh,
The Raiders are the only
the
team
fuck?
sitting without their QB.
we got Geno Smith. Shut up.
My dad traded him in fantasy last year. He's my backup though for a
I
reason.
literally live in Vegas, and so many Raiders fans are so damn happy. We got Geno. I'm like, oh, you guys suck. You guys are so sad. No, it's good. Wait,
I love
him
it.
and
I love
Pete.
it.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
I took Will Campbell for the Jets because Tyron Smith went and retired, and if they want Justin Fields to have any chance, protect them. Panthers, you're up.
yeah, Panthers. I mean, it's a super easy pick. Mason Graham falls to Carolina. It's literally a wet dream scenario for
Good
them.
pick.
Yeah, it's literally perfect. I don't need to say anything else. And then, of course, the Saints need to be able to save either Derek Carr's future or whoever's quarterback they pick in the future. So taking Membu is probably the best long term. It's either going to be him or Kelvin Banks. But hey, Membu's the pick there.
And for Chicago, I could have went Kelvin Banks, one of the other tackles, but I went Omar and Hampton at running back for Chicago at 10.
And with San Francisco, I chose Will Johnson. He's just, in my opinion, the best cornerback in this draft. And he has such an explosive playmaking ability that they'll miss Ward, but at least Will Johnson will help him out a little bit.
Love it. I took Tet McMillan for the Cowboys because I think they're going to do that if they don't go Golden. And if Genty ain't there and Hampton wasn't even an option. And then for the Dolphins, he slid a little. That might be ish where he goes, but what Kelvin Banks Jr. because you know what? You want Tua to last more than 2 games. Let's get 3 out of him. So Kelvin Banks Jr.
I agree. And the Colts are making an interesting decision here. Colston Loveland makes sense out of Michigan. They're going to need some sort of blocking presence long term. They're not really sure if AR is the answer, and a solid tight end is somebody there that could develop with either this quarterback or the next one. So that's super easy. And of course, the Atlanta Falcons take Mike Green, the most successful sack leader in the FBS last year. And I mean, they can finally generate a pass rush. So that's a plus.
That is a plus. And also, just to cap on with the Colts and everything, whenever you go ahead and sign Daniel Jones to a contract, you might as well just go ahead and say that AR-15 is going to be your answer for at least one more year.
Thank you.
They're going to try it, dude.
First of all, they know he's not the answer. They're
Exactly.
just prolonging the inevitable. They had no better options. So I promise you, by like week 6 or 7, Daniel Jones is going to be starting.
Okay. Quick question and quick poll between the 5 of you. Which team has a better chance of getting the bloodline Arch Manning? The New York Giants or the Indianapolis Colts?
The Cowboys.
I'm going to go with the Giants.
Giants because I don't trust Shane at all. Giants.
That's a tough one.
It is.
I'm going to stick with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to tank into oblivion.
That is a tough one because I could see the Giants, but their coach is playing for his job basically. Mm-hmm. So he might be able to rah them up enough, rub on his bold lucky head, and get him to win a couple more games. I mean, yeah, got to get a couple. It'll probably be. I guarantee you, somebody that took a quarterback this year is going to have the number 1 overall pick next year, and they're going to trade it. So I don't think so. That just depends on who wants to keep up the most.
That's interesting. I like it.
And for the 16th pick, I went ahead and hit Kenneth Grant so I can get a big body to clog up and take some extra blocks. And that will bring us up to the Cincy Kitties. Mr. Tom, what do you have?
All right. Well, Cincinnati needs defense. I like the guy that's left here, the first safety off the board, Malachi Starks.
Good pick.
From Georgia.
I
think that's a good start for Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. This one's interesting.
No, I like that pick a lot. I do like Nick Imamori also because he just reminds me of Ken Chancellor in so many ways. But when I look at what Seattle's
good.
doing right now, they need offensive line help. I mean, you're already messed up by getting Sam Darnold 3 years for $100 million. I'm sorry for what's going to be happening for you in the future, Seattle. But the Rain City Bitch Pigeons will be picking Tyler Booker, guard. I
Good
just
pick.
think that this man is a road grader. Was pretty much an anchor in the middle of the Alabama line. I love him personally. He was one of my favorite players last year. Tyler Booker.
Interior
Okay, and
offensive lineman. He's a guard, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, he's going to be amazing.
Oh,
at the
this
high
is
Yeah.
working out great for my team. I like this.
I was going to say, I know roll coverage is you're an Alabama fan too, right? Ain't you?
Oh no, I'm Duke all the way.
Oh, Duke. Woof.
Yeah, man.
That's
That's
a
why I
good
said Daniel Jones is my metric. I literally created something the other day that is called the Daniel Jones Index, and I created like a system for it. And if your quarterback is not above a certain level, you shouldn't have that quarterback. And Geno Smith is well below that.
Man,
Yo,
we've made so
Gino,
much fun of Gino
Gino,
Smith.
we're sorry.
Gino, I hope
We're
you're
sorry,
not
buddy.
watching. If you're
No,
watching,
trust me.
We're
The fact
sorry.
that this is making me chub right now, but the simple fact that I'm sitting here and I'm listening to all this Geno Smith hate right now because
I love this.
I talk shit about him all the damn time, and to hear two
Yeah.
other guys talk shit about him, I
This
love
is
it.
Great. I love it, man. And my
Yeah,
face is
yo.
like beet red because I'm just loving this.
People just forget who people are. Like, oh, I was a backup for 5 years. Now I can become a starter. No, you're a career backup. Stop. Jameis Winston. Stop. Yeah.
It's different
I
with
remember-
Baker. Like he had that regression, but he had some good moments with Cleveland. And look at him in the right system in Tampa. Baker's like the one exception, but he was never really a backup
No.
except that 1 year where he flamed out a little bit.
Baker's not the one exception. The problem with Baker is he's surrounded by very good talent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's why
anybody
Darnold's
surrounded by
failed.
good talent can win.
That's why.
But see,
Darnold's
that's
gonna
why
fail,
teams
'cause you
don't
look at
draft
Minnesota.
right.
Look at Seattle. The support system in Minnesota for Sam Darnold compared to Seattle sucks. It's nothing. But
Well, Seattle should be rebuilding. They were just delaying a rebuild.
yeah, you can't do that in the NFL.
No, but I
the bill's
mean-
going to come due.
Listen, I'm telling you, Baker's going to show you the true who he is again. I promise you.
Well,
Okay.
let's see what happens.
promise
I'm
you.
curious. Let's see what Nick does with the Bucks.
Oh,
pick
I'm calling
here.
my
This is
shot
a
with
good
this one. I don't care what
This is
anybody says. You can mark it
Uh-huh.
down now. This
Right.
guy will be in the discussion for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
We're going linebacker out of Alabama, Jihad Campbell.
I
Who's
love
that?
this.
Amazing. I don't
Good
care. He's going to
pick.
end up
Good
at one
pick.
of these next few teams that you're looking on the screen. Bucks,
Yeah.
Steelers, somewhere like that. He's going to end up at a really good franchise, and
Mhm.
he is going to be amazing. I understand
Yeah.
some people are like, "Oh, you can get him later." No, you can't.
No,
He's
you
going to
can't.
slip to some team. He's going to be a first round linebacker. Period. In my opinion, he's probably better than Jalen Walker at pass rushing, even though he's just a pure pass coverage linebacker.
Yeah,
So-
no, he still had 2 sacks and he got 2 interceptions this past season and over 115 tackles. I mean, I love this pick because I've actually put him in my mock draft at 2.0 and my future 3.0. Jihad Campbell is been picked by the Bucks both times because I think he's going to be the person that takes over where Levante David retires after this season. I love this.
I
pick.
agree,
And then
and
you
he's got more
linebacker-
sacks than Shamar Stewart. So
And linebacker is such an underrated need now with teams running the ball more than they have recently and figuring out that running matters. Linebackers matter too. And the Eagles won that Super Bowl if Zach Bond hadn't vastly outplayed that cheap $3 million deal last year.
Mhm.
exactly.
And this
Eric-
guy can. I was going to say this guy can lay the wood. And Eric, what do you got for the Mountain Ponies?
See, I don't know. I'm thinking
Yeah.
Matthew Golden. Thinking
Yeah,
Matthew
that's-
Golden.
That's a good one.
I
They
mean,
Right.
also,
Yeah, that's a good
one.
it makes sense.
What
Linebacker
are you
makes
thinking,
sense.
Nick?
Corner-
Nick, what are you thinking, Nick?
Go
Tell me.
offense and click running back. The reason why I say
I
that
was
is because
okay. So I looked at running back, but I don't like the other running back.
Trayvon. I mean, I guess you're going to overdraft him, and
That's what I'm
you
saying.
don't
No,
wanna
I'm
go
not.
bold
Yeah,
in that.
nah. Yeah,
they need a running
nah.
back bad, man, more than a receiver.
Yeah, but then you can't reach, especially for running backs.
I
Mhm.
agree,
Running
but
backs.
this is a deep class. But I'm gonna just bet you right now, knowing my dad, Trevion's not gonna be there. Now, here's the deal.
Look
I
at
want
Tyler.
Tyler for the Packers, but Travion Henderson ain't
What?
gonna fall to your pick at 51. Neither is Caleb Johnson, and I'm gonna willing to bet Judkins may not. Either.
Caleb should fall.
Okay, I get what y'all saying. I get what you're saying, but at the
It is a
same
reach,
time,
though. It's
this
a
is the
reach.
problem that you have. So I would love to do this because you overpay for somebody, but it's a damn running back. I don't
Mhm.
care how good
Exactly.
everybody says the running back is. There are so many running backs that come in the league that have trouble, especially in Denver. Denver has a
Yeah,
history of fucking up running backs.
he's looking for
Am
his.
I lying? Am I lying?
No,
He's
you're
It's
not.
been a while. They
That's
used to
right.
be
Though, he's
historically
looking-
great at it. It's been a while since they were, but since they could plug Olandis Gary and Mike Anderson and all those dudes in and get 1,000 yards. That was the days of dang, what's his name? The coach who coached Elway. It's been a while since they've been that Denver team.
It's either going to be Egbuka or Burden, in my opinion. I don't think Golden would go here.
Ooh.
See, I was looking. Okay.
Interesting.
Egbuka, just because he's the like all-time receiver or all-time receptions leader for Ohio State or something
Yeah.
like that. So that's some obscene stat, and we would think of Ohio State receivers.
Mhm.
So that's got to be something. And then Luther Burden's the big guy that everybody seems to like. I just don't know Golden. I don't know Golden that well enough to.
Golden's been flying up
Golden
draft charts,
killed it.
though, Nick. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know
no.
who didn't fly up draft charts last year or the year before was Jordan Addison,
what?
and
We'll
everyone
go
thought
Burden.
he could fall. So
We'll go Burden. They have him as number 15
There you go.
for Broncos. So yeah, we'll go Burden. We'll go
Yeah, go
Burden. Luther
Dad,
Burden. He
this worked
sounds
out
like a
perfect
damn
for the
preacher.
Packers. One of those
Name
receivers is going
sounds
to
like
fall
he's
to
a
you.
preacher.
Dad, one of those
Mhm.
guys is going to fall to you at 23 now.
the Packers need Egbuka.
Luther, so Luther Burden, right?
Uh-huh. Golden's going
Good
to be
pick,
great.
good pick. He's got a really high ceiling if he hits. So
Oh,
I think he will hit because he has honestly a super big catch radius. I've seen him catch some
Yeah.
balls. The only reason why he had it down year this year is because Brady Cook was just trash.
the quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
And
I like it.
Pittsburgh, is Pittsburgh next?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I want to throw a curveball in here, but I don't know if I should.
do it. Just do it.
Do they need they need a quarterback?
Just do it, man.
The
Take
rumors
Jackson
that
Dart.
they're
Let's
going
go.
after
Come on.
a defensive tackle,
Dart.
that
Let's
are
go.
looking at Harmon.
Go Dart. You know you want to.
What's that? Yeah, I know. I don't
Dart
actually.
over Milrow?
I was thinking
Actually,
Milrow. I was thinking Milrow
yeah,
here, but
yeah.
Pittsburgh doesn't have. They don't have a second round draft pick.
They just don't have a
And
quarterback. Though. They don't-
Milrow will be gone. Owen
Exactly.
Jackson Dart will be gone, and there's some
They're
good
screwed.
defensive tackles here available as well. Derek Harmon is here. Walter Nolan I like a lot. All right,
I'm a Nolan guy.
No,
I'm gonna
you're
go.
he's
I'm gonna
good
go with
somewhere.
Nolan.
Oh,
just
really? All right.
take the defensive tackle. Although
Wow.
it'll probably be Harmon, but I'm gonna go with
I
Nolan.
agree. I think it's going to be Harmon or Nolan, to be honest.
26. He's at 26. You passed him.
26. Thank you. The struggle was real over here, Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw it.
Thanks, man. Eric's like, hey, it's there.
He was
All
ready
right,
to get
Eric.
this pick in.
Eric, that was the pass before the dunk.
So what do you guys think? I'm thinking of Donovan from Boston College.
I do not like him, but
You don't? Ooh.
I don't at all.
do, but not.
I want to see Nick's
I
face.
like him.
I want to see Nick's face. He looks like he's getting a little redder
It's
right
gonna-
now. Let's
here
make him
you
a
have to
little
take
redder,
Harmon.
okay?
It's hardball,
So-
bro.
What'd you say?
Say you take Harmon.
Yeah, or you could go another defensive tackle if you're not sold on Harmon. But you know that's what Harbaugh's going to do. He's not going to go receiver or tight end. He's
No.
going to go. He's going to go line, one of the two lines. He's gonna
Yeah,
go
I'm gonna
He
go with
needs
this
a
guy. I'm gonna go with Donovan Ikazurakua.
He's
All
a
right.
Raku.
There
He's
you
a
go.
Raku.
He's the edge.
Yeah, I like it. He's a good player.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna go with
Packers
him.
use one. Dad, do what I want, man. Come on, you know he's there. Do it. Do it.
Hell yeah, take
Do it.
Jackson Dart.
Not the golden Dad. No.
Green Bay.
There you go.
Our team, the Packers, are on the clock, right?
Yep.
Gosh, there's
Come on.
Derek Harmon is there.
Shut up. Don't take
Um,
defensive lineman.
I'm gonna go with the receiver here, and I'm gonna go with Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
For that 4.29 speed, he doesn't play. I don't think he plays at that speed, but he's got it. And he could be a really good receiver.
It's better than anybody we have now. Hey, you're back on the clock with Minnesota.
Oh, I'm back
Hey.
on the clock. Sorry.
Dude, Nick Emenwari's there, man. And Jade Barron. This is you got
You talking safeties? Yeah.
I'm talking safety and corner.
Yeah. I hear you.
The number
They
one
need both
corner in
those
this draft is
bad.
going to fall. Watch.
Huh?
The number one corner in this draft is going to fall not only in this draft but in the real draft as well.
That's how it
Yeah.
works. And here's what's gonna happen on draft night. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 teams by now are gonna pick some dude that we have projected in the 3rd round. It happens every year. And it's gonna throw the whole thing out of whack. It always happens.
Man, I
gonna
really
be the
want
Saints.
Harmon here.
Saints.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go off a little bit off pace and go with Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle. He's just too good.
Yeah.
He's just too
Great
good.
pick.
Sorry
Pick
about
for,
that.
pick for value.
Yeah, it's a
pick
good pick.
for
That's a
best
good pick.
player.
It's a good pick.
It's Hex.
Oh, this is a
Excellent.
super
Yeah.
easy one for the Texans too.
Is this you, Nick?
Super easy. Number one tackle in the draft. I don't care what anybody says. It's Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons.
Dude, that was what I wanted. Stop.
Yep, sucks to be you.
Nick.
I
Nick.
mean, the dude's a
Hey!
top 10 talent if it wasn't for that knee injury. So
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got like some stupid career snaps. I don't think
Damn it,
that
Nick.
like Banks or some of these other guys are going to be like solid tackles at the next level. I think they're going to turn into like Ike Ekwonu's, like with my Panthers. So I
Mhm.
think that one of these Josh Simmons, Will Campbell's, if he falls, are going to end up being these guys that were like, how did he survive to 15?
and
I just wanted to go.
that's actually really crazy. The only thing about him is that they said that he gets a lot of flags because he's rough, but you also want your offensive lineman to be nasty. I love this.
Yeah.
Of all the
Um,
things to complain about,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's got an attitude.
He's
My
got a
offensive
little
line
bit
is
of a
too
You want
mean.
that attitude. That's me personally. With the 26th pick, I believe that the Los Angeles Rams. Excuse me, I was about to say St. Louis for some reason.
I know where
I'm
you're
going to
going.
pick Jade Barron.
There you
to
go.
kind of
There
just
it is.
shore up my secondary a little bit. I know
Good
that
pick,
Witherspoon
man.
did get re-signed, but you get some youth, and I mean with the moves that they made on offense,
Yes.
I think this is a good move for the defense.
Yeah,
Great.
that's a
You
good-
guys are, hey, I got to say, I'm loving this
choice.
panel. You guys are doing great. This is awesome.
I for sure thought you were going to go James Pierce Jr. right there.
Good
That's
pick, too.
because now with the Baltimore Ravens, I'm sitting here looking at them, and yeah, it says that guard and cornerback is what they need, but I think that we need a bad boy. We need someone that's been kind of in the news for other reason, and Baltimore will pick up James Pierce Jr., edge rusher for the Ravens.
That's amazing. I love it.
Good
If
pick,
he ends
man.
up there, if he doesn't go there, he'll be a Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
That-
was going to pick him.
Speaking of Lions, you're up.
I was going to take that guy.
That's a good
James
pick.
Pierce.
But I took him, so you can't take him.
Yeah.
By the way, this
Lucky
draft
you.
board makes me happy because Jalen Walker was the Chris Sims most overrated or most overhyped player in the draft, and I don't believe in Shamar Stewart. So
I don't believe in Shamar Stewart, to be honest, either.
I don't
I
believe
like
in
that.
I don't believe in Scorton either, or the other kid, Emenwari either. Any of those Texas A&M kids, they're all smoking water.
Emenwari. That's the only one I
like
disagree with you
Emenwari.
on. I'm not sure on Scorton. If the Packers take him, I'm not.
Detroit's going to take
super crazy.
Michael Williams, the edge.
Great pick.
I like this pick.
Amazing pick.
Great
Thank
pick.
you.
That's
Okay,
actually the
here you
pick
play
I
it.
actually had the Bears picking in my upcoming draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
at the 10?
I'm actually thinking about picking Ibuka for the Commanders here because I'm not super sold on Debo, and it'd give him another weapon. The problem is
Wait, you're
Jalen
gonna pick a
Walker.
receiver
Even
for
if
the
you don't believe in Jalen Walker, he's sitting there, and it's like, can I really pass on the dude again? Like this is 29. Yeah, the reason why Eric for receiver is just because I don't know how much Debo has left, and after Scary Terry, they don't have a lot at receiver. They're good at tight end, but they actually need one. It's not just
That's
like,
very true. Well, they got
He
Debo
really-
now. They got Debo.
yeah, but how much does he have left? And he's a gadget player. He's not.
They're not going to use him as a running back, so
That's
still-
true.
he'll
That's
run
true.
your short
So it's a
route.
little bit-
He'll be your first down, your red zone, and he'll take pressure off of Terry. So Terry's going to open up a lot more because Debo's going to take that pressure away.
True. I'm gonna go ahead and go Jalen Walker. They've got to beef up that D even more. Let's do it.
I actually
Really?
like Walker as an off the ball defender.
Off ball,
Uh,
yeah.
So
I think
do,
it's a good fit for them. And that's a
Anytime
steal at
Nick makes a
29.
face like that, I'm agreeing with him.
No, when I watched the Jelani
Okay,
Walker,
I'm with you.
he's just like an uncommitted edge. And I hate that people keep putting him as an edge rusher because two of his like 5 sacks happened against Kelvin Banks in that Texas game. And again, the one Kelvin Banks literally just fell over. And the other time, the other guy was literally ran him into him. It wasn't anything like Jalen Walker like blew it up and did some amazing play. He's just falling into these sacks. He played for Georgia, for God's sakes. Like, you're going to be able to get sacks if you play for fucking Georgia.
Well, look, if we know
Yeah.
if he didn't go there, the Eagles were going to take him. So,
I'm going to go ahead and take one of my favorite players for the Bills because you got to get I love what the little guy did, Shakir, last year at receiver, but they let Amari Cooper go. Maybe they re-sign him. I don't believe in Josh Palmer at all. I'm going to go ahead and take Emeka Egbuka here.
Oh, that's a 10 out of 10 pick.
That's a home run with Josh Allen. You got to do it. Even if he's injury prone, the promise is real. I've watched enough tape on him.
He's such a good route runner.
Yeah, he is. This is great. Josh Allen needs guys like that. You can't completely rely on that run game to win a Super Bowl. You got to have some threat at receiver other than Shakir. So, Chiefs, man. All right,
Eric. Here we are.
we all know what we need. We all know what I need. Let's stop playing with it. Go ahead and give me Gray Zabel from North Dakota State.
Is that because you traded your guard to the Bears?
Look, listen, you know what happened. This is what the fuck we do, okay? We get blown out at the Super Bowl. We blame it on our offensive line. And then the next year, they're fucking gone.
Brand new.
And then we watch it
Rudy,
repeat and we
you're
go over
gone.
again. That's what happens, okay?
You did do this a few years ago after that.
I know that. I don't even know what. Look, I don't remember that day at all. Let's just keep it going. Fuck the Eagles.
Hey, did you guys hear the report that the Eagles want to flip AJ Brown to the Patriots for the 4th pick?
Dude, I'm so happy I'm hoping the Packers get down on it, but they never do. I heard that rumor. And you know what's funny is I have AJ Brown in Dynasty, and I'm not upset about it if he goes and plays with Drake May. I think it actually.
I'd love that because I have Drake May.
Yeah.
If we somehow the league allowed, we need to like veto it like the Chris Paul trade back in the day or whatever it needs to happen.
No.
There's
Why?
no way Abdul Carter is allowed to go to the Eagles.
Why?
The Eagles
Right,
better not
right,
do it.
right.
No, let them have them. Let them have them.
Okay. They're going to win another Super Bowl
No,
next year.
okay. So listen.
Not without AJ Brown.
First of all, if they don't have somebody to replace AJ Brown, they're going to learn how badly you need a deep threat in a guy like that. So once they lose him, I'm not saying that their fucking bitch ass quarterback Hurts is going to be fucking horrible, but it's going to be a totally different story because we got to remember he ascended when AJ Brown got there. Because that took away the deep threat that allowed for the other players and all of this other stupid thing. Yes, we have Saquon Barkley, but let's be honest, he's going to trip and fall and hurt his toe, and he's going to be injured at some point in time in the next 20 minutes. So then we're going to have, and then what we end up having after that is you have everything put on his shoulders. So I think trading him without a solid replacement is going to actually be way more detrimental to them than them just having a stacked defense. Unless they're playing ball control. And really, honestly, Saquon Barkley does not get injured all the time, but he has a good season, and then he gets injured. He has a okay season, and then his contract year, and he's fine. And
This
then
is what I'm worried about. This is what I'm worried about with the Packers with Josh.
I was going to say Josh Jacobs has the roller coaster seasons too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm so worried.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Last year for a bunch of picks because I was like predicting he was going to fall on his face with the Packers this year, and that's going to suck for us because then we have to rely on Jordan Love. But also, the Titans learned how bad life without AJ Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
Then they went
real
over
quick.
Ridley. Sorry,
and they had real quick. You have to have a deep threat that people respect in this day and age. Which is Baltimore's been trying to have forever. So what you have to have.
The problem is they suck at picking like skill players. Baltimore. That's what Baltimore sucks at picking.
They do. All right, I'm up with the
Agreed.
Med, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Even though they don't need it, I want to take Evan Worry so freaking bad. God dang, dude. They gotta get a guard. Can I see guard really quick?
Wait, only 2 quarterbacks went so far?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't take
Jackson. I like Jackson.
I like Jackson. All right, hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try not to take too long.
In the real draft, this will be a trade up by
Yes, it
Pittsburgh
will.
or somebody.
So Shamar Stewart's still
Yeah,
there.
somebody would trade
Yeah.
back in to get that quarterback.
Yeah.
I've got pick 64 and the 96. I'm going to go take Shamar Stewart. They need to replace Josh Sweat. I want to take guard. I like him, but I'm going to go Stewart. I can't let him fall anymore.
That's a pretty good pick, isn't it?
I know
Now
they're
that
not
we're
huge
second-
on him, but at 32, I think it's a good value.
I mean, let's be honest. Any defensive player that goes to Philadelphia somehow is the right pick.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, they're going to develop
It
this
doesn't.
guy.
It doesn't
And he'll
really
get 10
matter.
sacks. He'll get
Why
10
is it
sacks.
like that, right? What the
For
hell?
real, dude?
They understand
All right.
how to develop defense.
Med, should we recap
That
round one? for
GM over
everybody?
there kicks ass.
We can if you want.
Yeah, let's zoom. All right, guys, announce your picks. Number 1 overall, or should we did 1 through 16. Let's just go from 17 on. So the Bengals, who'd you take?
Malachi Starks, safety for Cincinnati.
After round 2, we can, if we really want to recap, or we'll just do it at the end. Seahawks, who'd you take?
I went with the road grader known as Tyler Booker.
Good pick. Bucks, that was a fun pick, Nick. Who'd you take?
Bucks, I mean, future Pro Bowler, Jihad Campbell, going to go into there, replace Levante David, go back and continue that legacy of Bucks linebackers.
Great pick.
Love that
dude.
pick, actually.
Broncos, this was a good one.
I like this pick too.
Eric, I like him a lot.
I
I
took
want
the
him for the
preacher,
Packers.
Luther
The
Burden,
preacher.
the third.
Steelers, I don't remember who it was. Who was the Steelers?
Pittsburgh. I'm
Walter
Pittsburgh. I went with the defensive tackle Walter Nolan.
Chargers, that'd be Eric again. Who'd you go with?
I took Donovan Exakalavaruka.
Love it. Dad, who'd you get for our Packers?
Green Bay got Matthew Golden, wide receiver, and then next was Minnesota, and we got Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle.
Love
Nick
it.
stole my pick.
Yep.
Mhm.
Nick,
Then,
who'd you
then of
steal?
course, the Texans have to keep C.J. Stroud off of his ass. That was his problem last year. You take the best
Mhm.
tackle
Yeah.
on the draft. Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. Got some issues possibly, but to be honest, he's super young.
Yeah.
Let him develop in the NFL.
Yeah.
No,
Good
the
pick.
dude's a tank. And with the 26th pick, the Los Angeles Rams hit Jada Barron to help out with that somewhat shaky pass defense. And then with Baltimore, just basically made living hell for Mason Rudolph era in Pittsburgh with James Pierce Jr.
And Detroit was happy that Michael Williams fell to them at 28.
And then I had 3 of the last 4. I went with Jalen Walker for the Commanders to continue beefing up Dan Quinn's defense. Then I got Josh Allen possibly as number 1 receiver, and really will help out Shakir, I think. I got Amika Egbuka. And then Eric, who'd you get for the Chiefs?
We're redoing our whole entire line. We're like a construction site. So it's fuck up. So we went with Gray Zabel from North Dakota.
We
Good-
started
he-
right there.
I like
starting
him.
right there.
The Packers, he's been on some of their mocks, and
Yeah.
I don't want a lineman, but if we take him, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no,
And then I
good.
took Shamar Stewart just because I couldn't let him fall into the second round. And the Eagles will make him better than he actually is. So
Then exactly.
and that's
And
why I
it's-
did it. I was like, they hit that line. I was like, I could go offensive or defensive line. The Eagles are gonna make him awesome. That's just what they do. They've got some of the best development in the NFL. Browns, though,
Yeah.
Who's this?
This is me.
Heck
If you
yeah,
pick on my
man!
picks too, we can see who you pick last.
All right. So what I'm going with right now, and just bow with me on this, we got Myles Garrett back and everything like that. And typically a dual Carter would be someone I could see. And I just want to have another edge rusher. I'm not really big on anyone from Texas A&M as far as their edge rushers go, but I do love Landon Jackson. This dude has had double-digit sacks the last 2 seasons. You know, athletic ability, he'll definitely make sure that there'll be more at least more one-on-ones with Myles Garrett.
I'm gonna pick quick. The wife just got home. I'm gonna say hi. She actually was at work. For the Giants, I took Travis Hunter. They do need a quarterback. You know what? Let's just have some fun here. Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Russell Wilson. Or I think that quarterback room is the most.
Wait,
hilarious
so let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Let's just add Jackson Dart to it. Let's
You're
just add Jackson Dart.
You're just
to it.
throwing fucking quarterbacks together to hope that you complete one like the
Absolutely.
Power Rangers when they morph together.
They're gonna do that, and they're gonna be like, "Hey,
Dragon
we got a guy
sword.
who can do this.
Exactly.
We got the
Mighty
comedy
Morphin! And they're gonna perfect quarterback.
guy."
Will transform to shit.
Transform into another number 1 pick.
Exactly. All right, I'm up in a little bit. I'll be right back.
Okay. Tennessee
Who's that?
Titans. This one's super
Tennessee?
easy. It's Jalen Milroe out of Alabama. You took Abdul Carter and solved one of your biggest problems, which is edge. You add a dynamic quarterback that doesn't necessarily need an X receiver out there because he's got the ability. So, yeah, you got to go with him. And then obviously right here, we took Tyler Warren for the first time with Jacksonville. So obviously they have a lot of things still to solve. Cornerback is probably reaching at this point with Siobhan Ravel. But I'm still going to take him, Siobhan Ravel. He's my cornerback 2 in this draft. I think he can be dynamic, especially in the right defense. And obviously the opportunity to go to Jacksonville and see what they're building. There's a lot of opportunity out there.
All right,
Eric. So who are you going to get for your best friend, man?
Hit up defense for me real quick and go to cornerbacks real quick. I was going in that same.
Man, can you tell me what team is up? Because I'm having trouble seeing that.
The Raiders.
It doesn't matter. You can't see them because they're trashed, so it's okay.
You can't see him because Gino's on the sidelines.
We're going with Trey. Almost.
I like it.
Oh, that's cornerback number 1 for me, by the way.
Yeah. No.
Even over Travis Hunter.
God damn it! Let's switch that back. Take that back. Take it back. Take it back. No, we're not.
I can't take it back now. It already went in, and it's the paper is done.
Damn it, Nick.
No, that's literally cornerback number one. That's
I
number
get
one.
that. I get that. I'm not trying to make the Raiders good. I'm trying to make them halfway decent. It's good enough to give their fans hope, but shit towards the end. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Hey, it's supposed to be a slow burn.
Well, Isaac, of course, picked a great time to go say hello to his wife.
Hello,
New England
Mike.
Patriots are up.
Yep.
Yeah.
New England
Isaac,
Patriots.
good job.
Yeah.
You can't hear
Isaac, you're up.
you. You muted yourself, so we didn't hear the smoochy smooch. Unmute.
He's still muted.
Unmute.
Did I get him right on time?
Yeah,
Yes,
right. You
you're
did.
new-
No, we've been sitting here for like 3 minutes, bro.
Oh,
We
no.
were
sitting there like,
oh,
good
yeah.
God.
We've been entertaining the crowd.
Yeah.
Thank you
Just
for
go-
117 people watching.
Put your shirt back on, sir.
You did that on a recent show.
Tuck your shirt in.
I was like, what is Med doing? He was all hot. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, my wife doesn't believe on turning an air conditioner on in South Carolina. Go for it.
That's South Carolina. That's not going to work for anybody. Who did I take with the Pats? I took.
Click on the My Picks.
Ashton Genty.
I got it.
I took.
Oh, I
shoot.
forgot it clicks on who you picked, not everybody.
Yeah, forget it. I already know I took Genty. It's okay. So I went Genty.
Yeah, write down your shit.
There's too many teams. It's okay. I took Genty, which is home run. Could use a tackle. They do need receiver, but they've got bigger needs. Can I say offensive tackle?
Now you're going for offensive tackle?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go Josh Connerly Jr. They've got to get one. You're not going to succeed if they stick with that tackle situation over in New England. So that's just a need pick there. Oh, Dad, you're up with the Bears.
The Bears' first pick, and they got 2 picks in a row, right?
No, they got a space in between.
They got 1 space. All right.
Mhm.
So the Bears picked Hampton in the first round, and Isaac just went with an offensive tackle.
Well, that was your pick, wasn't it?
Well,
There's
yeah,
another
it was.
there's
It was.
another available. Let me see. Give me just 1 second.
The 1 second.
That 1 second is over.
The 1 second rule. 1 second.
They don't really have a safety need, do they?
I mean, in all honesty,
They need a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care that they don't have this need. He's just too good. Nick Worry. We're gonna take him.
Actually,
For
that's
sure.
their third need, according to this.
Is it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the New Orleans Saints are solving their first need with Ohio State guard Donovan Jackson. I don't think
Good
I need to
pick.
say a whole lot. He's going to be great. Think
Who did-
Jackson Powers Johnson, Max Frazier.
Who is that?
Donovan Jackson, the
just
guard.
saying.
From Ohio State. The
Okay.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. OH.
IO.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the dumbest chant I've ever heard in my life.
It is. It is a stupid chant.
Chant.
Dude, when I was
They need
up
help
in
spelling a
Ohio,
4-letter word.
And they get happy. We said it.
And Chicago's back up.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, I like this kid, so I'm going to pick him. He's Nick Scorton for Texas A&M.
All right.
All right.
I'm up with the Jets. Say what? I believe I
Yeah.
took Will Campbell for them, and I see Tyreek Williams right there. So let's just go ahead and nab him because he's the best player, and he is a big need for them. They've got to get a defensive tackle early in this draft. So Tyreek Williams from the OHIO State because I can
Buckeye.
spell. Congratulations.
They trying to pass off a fucking Bud Plan as a Buckeye.
And
I know what the fuck they doing.
I'm from Michigan, so I really don't like Ohio State.
All right. So earlier I went with corner with Will Johnson in this pick. I do like TJ Sanders, but I think that would be way too much of a reach right now. Looking over the offensive side of the ball, let me look and see. Guard. I'm going to go with Johan Savanaye.
I love the way he said his
That's
name.
a better way
Arizona.
that you would have said it. By the way, I think this pick right here, if the Cowboys sit at 44, could be a place where they take a quarterback.
Not after getting Joe Milton. I would have agreed before that trade.
I don't think Joe Milton's going to be enough for them to kick Dak out. I think they're going to need more juice, and I think it's going to be somebody with
I
some
don't
sort of
think
cachet.
Right after paying Dak,
There
I
we
don't
go.
think he's going to do it now. This might happen in a year, but I want to agree with you. But it's Jerry, and he's just so loyal to his players. But we do need another edge.
Yes, you
Need
do.
a running back. I'm not going to pass on them. If they run into this situation with Javonte Williams and they're trying to sell Miles Sanders as the truth, those two, no thanks. Trevion Henderson, let's do it.
I like it.
It actually makes sense. They got to get a running back.
And this
He's
one
on.
we took Colston Loveland. I'm like 95% sure.
I'm picking on the Buckeyes.
You are correct.
Okay. So obviously we got quite a bit of needs. I'm going to take Carson Schwessinger.
I like
I think
it.
he's going to be one of the best linebackers, only behind Jahad Campbell. And again, he's going to fall to a great organization.
All right.
Thank you
Did you
for
draft?
stopping
You drafting
me.
with who?
We
Wait,
appreciate
what team just drafted?
The Colts.
The Colts.
What's great about
Carson
those?
Schwessinger.
Yeah, out of UCLA. He's a great coverage linebacker. I think he's
How
going to be
much-
able to excel well at the next level. He's like
Oh.
22 or 23, so he's
Oh.
got plenty of time to develop. And
Look.
in the second round, falling to somebody like the Colts that needs a linebacker long term, especially because Shaq Leonard's gone and all those guys are gone, you really need to build. I mean, Kenny Moore's, I think, 30 or 31 at this point. So even you can
Gotcha.
go corner there. But yeah, I think linebacker's a better position for them. Falcons need basically everything still. They took an edge there.
Falcons
Oh,
are up.
God. This is a tough
And
one.
the Pepto Bismol is out.
I know I'm taking Xavier Watts. Just take best player available. I think
Yeah.
he's going to be great. Notre Dame. I mean, he's a big kid. The division is pretty garbage, so he should be one of the best safeties walking in immediately.
I like it. So you actually picked one of the people that I would have want for the Cardinals, but let me look. I guess I'll go offense. I'm going to look at receiver, and just simply because we just need another receiver, I'm going to go with Trey Harris right here for the Cardinals. Decent deep threat, can actually catch the ball, and hopefully, if Marvin Harrison learns how to play like he did in Ohio State, we'll be straight.
If Kyler Murray learns how to be a quarterback after Call of Duty comes out, they'll be better.
Very
I
true.
agree. It's partly Marvin Harrison though too. My dad knows. We've talked about it.
He's in the Lamar Jackson arc. Like everyone said, oh, Lamar's just running around doing everything. That's what Kyler's doing. He just needs to settle in and sit down and be a quarterback like Lamar's done.
He
I don't
just
think
needs
he
to
can.
grow and be mature.
Yeah.
I mean, that too.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Who's up next?
I'm up, but can I see what did I do with the Dolphins in the first
What?
round?
What team is it? Oh,
Miami
Dolphins.
All right,
Sorry,
so
Mike.
I have to do
I
it.
think you picked a tackle.
Miami picked
Right, you picked the
Kelvin
line.
Banks Jr. offensive
Banks.
tackle.
Ooh, okay. So I took Kelvin Banks. Thank you, Dad. He's right. I should have been doing that, but it's okay.
And just to let you know, Kelvin Banks Jr. is also being projected as a guard. So
that
Yeah,
kinda
he's not a
fits our
tackle.
need. Let's go to defensive tackle. Can't do it. I like him, but I can't do it yet.
I know he's.
I don't like
looking out
reaching.
for Collins.
I don't like reaching for players.
Yeah, I like Collins a lot too.
Other than
Deontay
for the
Walker as
Giants,
well.
who I actually could see picking Jackson Dart. Eric, that's why I took that Jackson Dart thing, because you know the Giants are gonna try to Mighty Morphin Power Ranger into a quarterback. You know it. Gosh dang, man, this is tough.
Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus, exactly.
This is an interesting one. I honestly,
Yeah, they
you probably
need a
go
top-
another lineman.
Kind of what I was thinking. I mean, Wyatt Milam's right there. Kind of like
Yeah.
him. I think I'm going to take him. They got to keep fixing that O-line. Let's do it.
But not
He
just
is
that,
a
but
Go ahead.
protect Tua or get ready to protect the next quarterback.
Who
Yeah,
did you
They're
pick?
definitely going to protect the next one.
Or you get a backup quarterback because you know Tua is not making it through the season.
That is true. Jalen Milroe was there. I almost did it, but let's see what happens. I'm curious.
Cincy Kitties.
Cincy Kitties.
Cincy is up.
Cincy
you.
is up.
The Bengals, right? Who did I take in the first?
All right.
Malachi Starks, right? A safety. We could use an edge or a defensive tackle. Let me see. Interior lineman. Okay. Probably not going to draft a receiver.
No. Nor
If you
running
did,
back.
I'd be shocked. Talk about a curveball.
I'm going to go with TJ Sanders, defensive tackle.
All right.
That's a good pick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no,
All right. So with the first pick, I got Tyler Booker, which I think is going to be a really good pick. And then I'm going to look over here and I see Uriante Ursley right here. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the whole left side of my line and be money for that.
That's a good one.
All right, this is why you don't reach for a fucking running back. Can I get Caleb Johnson from Iowa?
That's a great pick.
Over
Caleb
Quinshon
Johnson goes to Denver.
And because he went with Caleb Johnson, I feel like Seattle always has to have a new running back because Kenneth Walker is always hurt. Zach Charbonnet is as fragile as the flute that he's in. I'm going to go ahead and get Quinshon Junkins right here.
Okay, and this first one we took Jahad Campbell, linebacker, so we solved that. You take BPA here again, Benjamin Morrison, cornerback out of Notre Dame. I mean, you need help. That division's going to have some solid wide receivers in it by the time this draft is over.
The only question on Benjamin Morrison is the fact that he injured his hip. But at the same time, I mean, with the miracles of modern medicine, he probably will be fine.
Yeah, and if the Panthers are believing that Jonathan Brooks can go through 2 ACLs in 2 years, hey,
Wow.
hopefully the Bucs have better, doctors.
All right, Green Bay Packers. What is up? Let me
Packers are up.
see if I can
All right,
find them.
Dad. Let me tell you
Oh,
to take.
you just passed it.
We got Matthew Golden in the first.
Heck yeah, home run draft. Jalen Knowles there, Dad. Jaden Higgins. I'm just kidding. There's some
Like a
edges here.
bunt. No.
What are you guys doing?
We don't have a receiver that I like.
What is Christian Watson?
He's towards ACL. He's
Hurt.
Hurt. He's hurt. Yeah.
We have Jaden Reed and Romeo Dubs, who's hurt all the time, and Dontavian Wicks, who can't figure out how to catch a pass. Our best receiver is Tucker Kraft. I'm serious.
You guys should have got Egbuka, and you guys could have had a wide receiver one.
Golden
Is
I think
Maxwell
that's a-
Hairston, the cornerback, still available?
Yes,
Yep.
he is.
I'm gonna
we
take
didn't
him.
take. I like it.
It's a good pick.
The
Wow,
reason
that's a
why
great
the reason I don't like Igbuka is we already have an injury-prone receiver. I don't need another one. That's my problem with Igbuka.
He won't be injury prone in the NFL.
There you go.
Click on wide receivers for me, please.
Wide receivers.
Ooh, I see receivers. My favorite position.
Ooh, I want to see where he goes with this.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
We're all watching.
I feel like this is one
And
where you
so
have
is
to overdraft.
129 people. Thank you for actually watching.
Click on
If you-
defensive tackles.
Awesome.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Meg, click on defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Okay, I'm kind of torn. Go back to receiver real quick. I'm kind of torn. I think I was thinking of because I took the edge earlier.
Which one you want information on?
So, Alik, I'm a manor. Nick, what do you think? Nick,
Like A minor.
yeah, Nick, what do you think?
Why are you reaching for him? Give me your reasoning.
Because I like his name.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, you would take Jaden Higgins in this scenario.
Okay, so give me Jaden Higgins in.
He's
I knew we
isn't he
need a
like
receiver.
6'4"?
Yes, Higgins, I like.
Yeah,
Good
I knew we
pick.
need a
Good
receiver.
pick.
Yeah, you need a physical wide receiver for the Harbaugh system. You already have Lad McConkey as the under. This guy's going to be a big body outside guy with like a Tetaroa kind of. So that's going to be your best hope. But again, it's going to be a mostly run offense. So the bigger, stronger receiver is the way to go.
That's why I asked Nick, guys. That's why I asked him.
Nick did his homework. That's why I'm happy
Go,
with
Nick.
because Matt and I have done like I don't even know 40 of these mocks. So it's just fun to have somebody else to
Bounce off.
get some expert
Hell yeah.
stuff. All right, so I'm up with the Bills here. I got a Mika Igbukka. Matt, can you scroll up a little for me? Corner, I could see that. Let's go ahead and look at defensive tackle. Yeah, Alfred Collins from Texas is right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take him.
Okay.
You like that one or not?
You could have probably waited till the next one. I don't think he
Yeah.
would. I don't think he would have gone.
Oh, 74. No, wait.
Yeah, you overdraft him a little bit, but that's okay. I still
Oh.
think he's going to be a great defensive tackle.
Oh no, see, I'm not going to be like Nick. You overdrafted him quite a bit.
All right.
I mean,
don't know,
if
because
you
Nick can turn
love the player
Nick can
you
turn a
want,
negative into a
go for
positive
it.
real quick, buddy. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I think the dude that I'm looking at is 63 or 64, something like that. So just scroll down a little bit
Scroll down.
for my Carolina Panthers. No, I'm not going to take him then. I'm going to take the center out of Georgia. I can't remember his name.
I'll find it real quick for you.
Jared Wilson. I know it's a little bit of an overdraft, but we need to have it long term. Safety could be a good option long term. I just don't want. Give me
You gotta
the
get protection.
decade-long center.
You got to get
He
the
went to
protection.
Jared.
You get a good center. You got a good line basically.
Well, not just that, but I'm pairing him with Bryce Young, so it makes more sense long term. It just doesn't. As much as I would love to say, go with a flashy wide receiver, like we're going to be a run-first offense. So what's the point?
No.
Texans. I can't remember who we took, so he's finding that out.
You got Josh Simmons, man.
You got the offensive tackle.
Yep. So here, I'm going Jalen Knoll. Wide
Nice
receiver out of Ohio
receiver.
State, 6'1". I think he's pretty good. He's going to be pretty good in the NFL. Give him an offense that previously had Diggs and everything like that. You get Stroud. It's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
On that.
And
Yeah,
he
you
doesn't
got
have to
Tony
be the number
Dell.
two.
Yeah,
They got Christian Kirk.
Nico.
Christian Kirk. And Tate Dell's going to be out for probably most of the season, so he'll be the number
All right.
3.
2 or 3, yeah, pretty quickly.
So with the Ravens, I'm looking at offensive line now, and I'm going to go ahead and grab Tate Ratledge right here.
Good pick.
Amazing pick.
You're getting good grades from Nick. I'm going to have to make a good one to get that.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah,
I
a
slid
lot of
him a
people-
dollar.
A lot of people think it's really stupid to
Oh,
like
that's
take
what it was.
offensive linemen, but
Before
like
the
I did
draft, you tipped him. Venmo tip. I see what it was.
when I did a 7-rounder for the Saints, dude, their best way to rebound that team is, of course, take Shadur Sanders with the 9 pick. But like, if they go straight offensive line the rest of the time, that team could easily flip into the division winner pretty quickly.
Especially
And
after,
for Detroit, is Detroit up?
the Detroit is up. And
Can you check out the guards that are available?
guards.
Fairchild. I think I'm at 98 though. You're at 62, 60, whatever you're at.
Boom.
No,
60.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah. That's why I
I was
almost
gonna
didn't
say,
take
you're
Collins.
gonna
I don't
make
like.
a-
To
racing
be honest,
players.
we'll go look at the tackles because you could easily convert a tackle to a guard.
That's right.
If they're-
That's right.
Was there? Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, you take Mbao and move him over, or you take Trapilo or somebody like that.
Yeah, I like Tapio. And Bow's not bad too.
Which a lot of them have played both positions in high school anyway.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I
not that
think
big.
Trapilo is the right call from Boston College.
Good pick.
I like that one a lot. Yeah, 6'8", dude.
Good
That's
Raz.
insane.
Detroit's.
So you going
We're,
Trapillo?
we're killing it on
Yeah.
time too. I did not expect to be done with 2 rounds in under an hour 20. That's pretty good. They're not doing the trades saved us from last year. All right, Dad. Who did I take with Washington the first? I took.
Jalen Walker, linebacker.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, so I got Princely and I got JT at edge here. That is absolutely the direction I got to go. Oh, I like both players. Should I keep taking Ohio State players? Let's just do it.
I'm not gonna lie. So I had a thought about that the other day. The way that the Eagles were able to build chemistry so quickly was to consistently draft Georgia players that have played with each other. If you just start drafting Ohio State players like 1 or 2 a year, it's gonna like create chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And he fills the need for them because they went out and spent at defensive tackle, but if they don't develop, if they don't get a better pass rush, I'm sorry, they've got so many issues on defense still. You saw it in the conference championship game. If they want to be a true contender, you've got to hit at edge. That's why I didn't go with receiver, even though I want to. But they got Debo, so they got Laramie Tunsil in the offseason, which was a huge. I can't believe
he's getting towards the end though.
Would you trade a tackle away if you were having protection issues? That's like what the Chiefs do.
The Texans traded away Tunsil, right?
Yes. And they suck at protecting the quarterback.
Yeah, but the problem is
your best lineman away.
He's like what 31 or 32. He's had multiple injuries. Now is the time to get rid of him. If it was Madden, he would already be dropping.
Yeah, but he made 4 Pro Bowls in a row before this, and I think he's only 30.
I don't know of a whole lot of tackles or guards that get better with age.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna go JT Tutamalo.
Okay,
that's a great one.
I'm up. Thank you. There we go. I slid him a 5, Med.
There you
go. I'm curious, Nick. We're gonna circle back to that Laramie Tunsil thing. I'm really curious what happens. Okay, so I forgot I had this other pick with the Bills. It's okay.
Oh wow.
No, that's okay.
That's interesting.
This is the Bills' last pick.
So this is what's great here is Thomas is sitting there for me. That feels like the pick. What do you think, Nick?
What? Who'd you say?
The cornerback, Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
He could be really good. Do you want to really take quarterback here or cornerback here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. To be honest, there's one person that's really far down in this draft that's going to end up with some team. He's not worth the overdraft here, but Jack Sawyer, the linebacker. I don't know. I don't understand how he's rated like 150.
We actually said the same thing.
Yeah, we noticed he fell because of athletic concerns. Med loves him, and he dropped from like 40 to 150. Oh, that's
bro. If he ends up a Carolina Panther, he's Luke Kuechly.
He's in my top 90.
I think you should take him. It's the last pick.
You can take Brady Swinson.
Pick. It doesn't matter if it's an over pick because they're not going to get another pick.
They do. Are they the team that signed Bosa? Was it the Bills?
Yes.
Oh, Joey. Yes, you don't need
Joey. Yeah.
You know, you guys almost talked me into it, but I'm gonna go Thomas. They need a corner. Only because they signed Bosa. That's the only reason why, and I think he's gonna have a perfect year.
It's a good pick.
Hey,
He
didn't like that pick. He didn't like it. He wanted them.
No, I didn't care about him.
Man. Yeah, that's solid. Igbuka, Collins, and Thomas.
Yeah. All right, man. Who do you want? You got the Chiefs. You're up.
All right, let's go to the defense real quick because I don't really like. Let's go to the D.
He wanted corner. He wanted a corner. That's what he wanted.
No, let's go to the D tackles.
Yeah.
So this is the problem.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I got pick 66 too. Okay. All right. Hold on. Go back to the guards. Go to the guards real quick. Or the tackles. No, tackles.
Defensive tackle.
No, offensive tackles. I'm sorry.
I see one that I really do like.
I see 2.
Nick, what 2 do you like?
I think there's 2 potential. I think there's a really good.
I like Jones.
Oh, you like Jones? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the kid out of William and Mary is going to be a great.
No, I was going to say Charles Grant. Yeah, is the other.
Yeah,
one.
I like Grant actually. I don't know about
Yeah, but he's going to be a prospect for something. He's going to have to build with a team for a little bit. He's not going to be a starter. And if you're them,
No.
you're probably just taking Bo.
Taking
Like
who?
you just, yeah,
And Bo,
Marcus and Bo from
the
Purdue.
the Purdue guy.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. So I was see y'all didn't help me out. I was between Marcus and Emery. Y'all both.
I think are solid.
Mr. Tom,
Yo,
Marcus or Emery?
Emery.
Ooh. Ned, what do
Emery.
you think?
Let's go with
I
Emery
already said
Jones.
Emery.
Emery
Yeah.
Jones. Mr. Tom was the tiebreaker. Thank you, Mr. Tom.
You bet. You bet.
Oh, Eagles. Dad, who did I take for the Eagles? I took the defensive end, right?
Eagles.
Did I
Shamir
take-
Stewart. Edge.
Oh, yeah, that was a steal. Okay. So now I need a guard. And I think it's Embu because you think you just move him over to guard. So let's do it.
Boom.
That was
I
easy.
agree.
I agree.
There's no guard worth it. You move them over.
All right.
They
So
lost
we're
that
now
game.
in the third round, and I'm actually surprised that Mason Taylor is still here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what's funny is they need a tight end. It says it up there. And I got
If he doesn't
Jackson
go there, he'll be a
guard.
chief.
I kind of want to take him actually. You know, let's do it. Why not?
What
Didn't
you
they
got?
just did this is the Giants, isn't it? Didn't they just pick a tight end last year?
Yeah, but it's Theo Johnson. He's coming off that bad foot injury, and they don't have anybody else. I have him in fantasy.
Mason Taylor can actually block too.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to save Mason Taylor for one of my teams, but
What do you got? You taking him?
Yeah, I'm doing it for sure. Absolutely.
All right, Mason Taylor.
All right,
Oh,
go. I'm
Eric's
gonna
up again.
go get Omar Norman Lott.
Nice.
Where Omar?
He's a
Okay.
D tackle.
Oh yeah, defensive tackle. That's right.
Okay.
defensive
Tennessee.
tackle.
Tennessee. Cleveland.
All
Tennessee.
right. Looking at
Tennessee.
offense, I believe my last couple picks. Let me go.
Guys, we are doing amazing on time too.
I'm gonna look at
I know
receiver.
we should have done a 7-rounder.
No, the problem was last year the trade.
That's like, let's stay up all night. Let's do
No,
it.
yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
No, my wife would be like, Beb,
Yeah, exactly.
You
Jalen
said-
Royals.
you
I do
said.
a full 7-rounder in an hour.
Okay, so you're just speed picking through shit.
Oh no, I just know like where they should go, like
I
what's the
know
best
this.
possible option.
I have spent the last hour and 22 minutes with you, and I don't think I've ever been more impressed with somebody's draft knowledge that was not on a television show ever before in my life.
Bro, want to know how? I smoke a lot of weed.
I do too.
The weed helps
Swap in
so
and put
much.
this on my Facebook.
There we go.
Sorry.
No,
It's the
Nick,
weed. It's the weed.
Nick
You
also
did not know. Weed is
he
good
does,
for you. It's from
Nick
the
had
earth.
like 50. Nick had like 50 fantasy teams last year.
Yeah, I did 50 last year.
50, Eric.
32% win rate championship.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I did 3. 0% win rate.
Hey, everybody's got to learn one
I
day.
got one. 33. Yeah, I won 1 out of 3. If you count my work one out of 4,
All right.
that was a free one.
What are the Raiders doing?
What are the Raiders?
Oh,
doing?
the Raiders are up. Okay. So let me see.
Shador
Can we
and
go to the
Ingram.
kickers?
Kickers.
I see one that I really do like.
What's the one you like? I want to see if we're on the same page.
Andres
The third round?
Ballaragas.
In the 3rd round?
They took Janikowski, like,
First.
yeah.
He's just
Oh my
trying to screw
God.
this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This
Yeah,
is,
no, I'm just joking.
I
I'm
hate
not
the
gonna take
Raiders.
I'm not
I knew
gonna
he
take-
wasn't going to do it. That's
I'm not
funny,
gonna
though.
take the kickers.
He's
All
like
right.
a running back, probably.
That's where I'm going right now. Let me see the running backs that we got.
Ooh, can I?
I'm
My
thinking
dad
of
would.
Cameron Scatabo. Would you
There you
think?
go.
That's
my
what you were
dad
thinking,
would say.
Isaac?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and my dad have talked running back a lot because we're in a dynasty league together, and he
Because
loves
of fantasy, yeah.
Okay.
Give
Yeah,
us a
we'll go
solid
with
two.
Skinny Boy.
Scataboo.
Skinny.
Scataboo.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
going to be great for the
I'm
Raiders.
just
They
not
get a
big
running
on
back after getting. They got Bowers too. That's going to be great. All right, Pats. Dad, who did I take with the Pats?
It looks like Ashton Genty and offensive tackle Connerly.
I think you need a receiver.
They need a receiver. Let's look at
Yeah.
receiver. By
Like, you really need a receiver.
yeah,
Like,
I
who
should
is the
know.
receiver for the Patriots?
Nobody.
A.J. Brown.
Diggs.
That's
Diggs
Stephon
right now.
Diggs.
Well, I
Yeah.
can tell
No,
you
no,
who it
no,
is.
no, no. Let's no. Who's the receiver?
Now it's going to be
Diggs.
Jack. Now it's Jack Beck.
Oh, Stephon. Oh, Diggs. Diggs went there. That's right. That's right.
Now it's going to be
Yeah.
Jack Beck from TCU.
Jack
Betch.
Beck.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
need a receiver. Yeah, good pick.
Oh, you're gonna have to show me these picks. I'm pretty sure we took Tyler Warren, and I can't remember the other one.
Yeah.
All right,
These are
hold on.
hard.
I'll find it eventually.
Nick, you're killing
the
it,
way.
by the way. Thank you for joining.
Of course.
Yeah,
man.
good job. Good job.
Eric did this last year, and it was a cluster last year. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Shit,
It was a trade. It was the fucking trades. I think
The trades are terrible.
last year.
How long do you think we spent on that one trade? 20 minutes?
45 minutes.
See, he
Jesus.
didn't work
Matt
with
sat
the
there.
He
Matt
said
sat
that
there with
quickly.
his stopwatch. He was like, Isaac, we're not effing trading.
Oh no! If that's the case, you do a rule like they only have 15 minutes in the NFL. You only have 15 minutes.
No,
No,
it
no,
was the machine.
No,
It
fuck
wouldn't-
that.
couldn't get the trade to
I would have been here all damn day.
We agreed on it. We just couldn't get the trade to work.
Yeah, like we'd agree on our
It
trade.
has
and
the
it's like,
Jimmy
man,
Johnson system in this. And,
Look,
and
I would love to see an NFL draft where they only have 3 minutes between each pick. I think we
Can
need to
you
shorten that
imagine?
shit.
Give them
100%.
60 seconds. If you don't know
Yeah, I
it, you
think
better figure the fuck out.
They've had 12 weeks. Most of these teams have had 12 weeks to prepare for the draft.
but
They
you
know
got
who they're
Josh
picking.
James.
They know who's there. They got their
No.
big boards, their backups. Fuck this
Time out.
15 minutes.
Some of these GMs don't even belong on an NFL team in any capacity, like Joe Shane. And there's several others. So I actually, Eric, they should, but I don't think they
GM
do.
Joe.
Yeah, 3
GM
minutes.
Joe.
That's it.
GM Joe. I agree with you,
3
though, man.
minutes.
They're gonna,
And if you don't make a pick, it goes to the next team.
Can you imagine getting paid like $5?
That's
to
what
$10
happened with the
to
Minnesota
manage the
Vikings
team?
at one
Yeah.
time with I can't remember. I think it was
And the
Oh, I
A couple
Ravens-
of years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
happened
Like,
Ravens
let's not
in
act like this is
2011
1980
too.
where they're walking stuff down. Why are they even sending the information to a middleman to then walk up the
I know.
damn envelope? We're in 2025, bitch. Email it.
text that shit.
Okay, secure.
Text it.
Open it on the email.
It's like, can you
They're
imagine
just-
texting?
It adds suspense. It
Why
adds
is it
suspense. It's
shame?
all about the
Cam
show.
Ward. I'm gonna
So,
take Cam Ward.
Then
That's
you could
not
have more people talking. You can have more Stephen A. Smith and more people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about it. They're not gonna have any good people like Nick or anybody like that. But they're gonna have these loud ass. They're gonna have like people like me that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But I'm gonna run the whole entire show.
Hey Nick, you know I want to bring you on with the show with Draft Utopia. You remind me of him, and I already knew you. But Draft Utopia and you together, God, Eric's
That'd be good.
mind would just do this.
Yeah. No.
Well, this
I
one's
don't
going
know
to
if
be
there's
an
enough.
I want to see how you
weekend
guys like this
world
pick.
community to handle that conversation that they're gonna have and keep up with it. Because I'll be like,
He'd be like, Chiefs, what? Who?
The Chiefs are probably going to take a tight end at some point, but this
Oh,
one
absolutely.
for the Jaguars, I'm going Kyle Williams, wide receiver. I think it's Washington State.
Good pick, man. I almost did it,
I think he's
but I
going to
liked
be.
it back a little better. It was close.
I think Kyle Williams is going to be like Jalen McMillan from last year. Like he's going to go to some weird team as like a wide receiver 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, how does this guy end up
McMillan.
here? I mean, they've already got Brian Thomas Jr., so
Yeah,
they have got quite a bit.
but they also traded Kirk away, so they need a receiver bad.
exactly. And
Because
you need
the
to help
Jags, and
Trevor.
they did Jaguar things. They traded players away, which is lame.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure we went I'm pretty sure it's all the way to the right.
Dad,
or
did you hear
close.
that McMillan take there? Did you like that?
No.
Yeah,
I got
nice.
him. I got him in
Tampa
Dynasty
Bay.
too. I
There
got
he
him in
is.
Dynasty too.
Yeah, you went
Tackle
with Jonathan.
guard. Ooh.
Ooh, that was good.
I'm
good.
taking Darian Porter, Iowa State cornerback.
Great pick. That's
Good
great.
pick.
They need to
Sure,
help
loud
again that
power.
division. You could go wide receiver, you could go quarterback, you could go any of those things. Running back, I don't think is really worth it. Somebody's going to fall.
What team was that?
The Saints
Saints.
Okay.
You're up.
who'd you
Dad.
just pick
Look
up?
at
Who'd you pick again?
cornerback
Darian
out of
Porter.
Iowa State, Darian Porter.
Okay, got you.
And who's up? Chicago?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. Are there any freaking tackles available?
No, I'm just kidding. I think there's one.
Jesus.
Yeah, Mort Williams from Texas. Or if you like Charles Grant, we're getting ish to the range. William and Mary.
Why is Charles Grant so low? Wasn't he higher? Did he
He
fall?
plays at Williams and Mary.
It's
That's what.
it's a competition thing.
All right.
You're
That's
playing
well,
against Sun Belt teams.
You played
gonna-
the William and Mary. That's true.
I'm gonna
though.
try to
If
make up
Mike
for it. I'll go
Green-
with I'll go with Williams as the tackle. Yeah.
It
Nick,
means
sorry,
so
go ahead.
much that if Mike Green didn't play at Marshall and he played at Penn State instead of Thing, and he had 17 and a half sacks, he would be the unquestioned number 1 pick.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Unquestioned. Nobody would even bat an
My
eye.
up? Is this me?
Wait, isn't
Okay.
William and Mary that basketball school?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. That
Campbell
says
and
everything.
Tyreek-
That says everything.
Campbell and
I didn't even know they had a
Tyreek
football
Williams.
program.
Jets do need a receiver. They need a tight end. It says quarterback, but I actually really like Harold Fannin Jr. Who's left at receiver? Dad, do you like Eo Maynard here? Is this a good range for him?
I'm not a huge
I'm not a big
I
fan
am
of
Manor
him.
fan.
I actually like Ty Felton better than Eo Maynard. I disagree with this ranking system, and I think I like Tez Johnson better. Nick, what do you think at receiver here?
I like
I'm
Jalen
not-
Royals too.
Oh, wide receiver,
go?
I'd probably avoid taking a wide receiver, and I'd probably take another offensive lineman.
Did Jalen Royals go though? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I picked him.
Yeah, he went. He went. a
Oh
while ago.
shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, he missed that one. It's okay. You've been doing great. Let's look at tackle. Is there any? I guess it's Charles Grant. Shit.
Look at center then.
Yeah, I think they were all gone. Guard.
Monheim.
I
Yeah,
think
they're
they're
gonna pick
gone.
those guys later.
Oh wait, Dylan Fairchild. Damn. I think he might be a better pick here than Charles Grant. What do you think, Nick? That's
I mean,
close.
yeah, Georgia player, you can't go wrong, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
and even if he's
let's-
kind of mid, like he's going to be better than what you have, and you need depth at that position. Your quarterback moving forward is Justin Fields. You have Garrett Wilson. You've got I was about
Let's
to say
do it.
Bijan.
You talked.
You've got Brees Hall, but you're going to a running back by committee, so maybe running back.
So
And with Fairchild, you know that he's playing up against top competition in the SEC.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
you gotta look at that too.
Our resident draft expert Nick talked me into it. Dylan Fairchild.
It's either that or like
I'm loving this, man.
what is it? Omari or not Omari and Hampton? He's already gone. I'm thinking of
The running back
Oh,
left
God.
that I would have taken would have been Damian Martinez probably, or Bracel Tootin. I think
Tootin. No, I'm thinking of who's
we
the
have
other
to-
kid? I'm thinking of?
Dylan
What
Sampson.
Sampson. Who's left at running
Oh.
back? You're up. We can see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
let me see.
I got-
Let me see what I got before while I try and figure out this other running back. Oh, Ollie
You got,
Gordon is the other running back I'm thinking of.
You like him, huh?
Yeah, I think he could be interesting.
Oklahoma State, no, I think he would be decent too.
Yeah, especially if he goes to the right situation. Mason
As a-
Graham, Jared Wilson, safety. I don't think I'm going to go edge here. Actually, go
Well,
look at the
just
edges
look at
real
him.
quick.
I was gonna say you want to look at him. Princely is a big project.
Scroll down just a tiny bit.
Boop. Want a tiny bit
Yeah,
more?
None of those. None of those. Go safety. I'm gonna have to go safety then. Kevin Winston, Ohio State or Penn State. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah. The only other guy that I like over him, Lampton Ransom, and that's strictly because of his name.
You really like Penn State.
Like I love the gift that'll go out one day. Like, oh man, holding a ransom on somebody. Like, oh, it's gonna be great.
Being locked down, take it to
Yeah.
the bank. All right, so I went with Will Johnson and Johan Savalena, and now I'm going to look at possibly. Well, there you go,
There you
Barrett
go.
Carter.
There you
Boom.
go.
Really?
Yeah, I knew Med was going to take him. He loves him. We've done a bunch of these mocks. I know the players. Med
I'm
like.
surprised you didn't go
Oh!
Darius Alexander.
I'm up with the Cowboys. All right, so I took Ted. Who else did I take? No. Who did I take with the Cowboys, man? I'm sorry.
McMillan and Henderson, Trevian.
Oh, heck yeah. So now I do need an edge. I mean, Princely is there in Swinson. Oh, that's tough. I like
I was
that.
going to say I like Brandon Switson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
Dejo
thing
could
that
be
sucks
interesting
because they
too.
need to beef up the O line, but I just took the last guy that's probably worth it at this spot. So yeah, let's go Swinson. I'm sold.
Edge.
Pats, I'm up again.
You got to go Princey Yakaman.
You
You
meant me, Millen.
Hey, good job. That was pretty impressive.
You got Genty and Beck
I got
and
Jensen
Bashir.
Connerly Jr. and
Yes,
Beck.
you don't need offensive.
They do need
No,
an
you
edge.
need
Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and go Princely. I think he has
Yeah.
the best pick there.
An edge, a guard.
Good call, Eric. Eric, that was good.
Call Eric.
I'll go with Princely, Med.
Princely. Okay.
Cardinals. Damn, we're almost done,
Cards.
guys. This is crazy. Only an hour and a half. We did this
This
for
way.
3 hours last time.
Trades
Well,
changed
no.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
All right.
This
When
is-
we're
Also, when
done-
you have a draft specialist here, it's a little easier.
We're
When
just
you're
gonna all
stumped,
console
you
with
just go,
Nick.
"Hey, Nick."
Nick,
Nick's
who
like,
we got?
"Ba, ba, 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 ba." Grab a shot. Got you. And then everybody's like, "Makes sense. Got it."
Nick's like this guy, that guy,
Exactly.
This
great.
guy.
I don't believe in Chris Paul, so
Chris Paul. We're taking
Yeah.
basketball players now. Let's do
Chris
it.
Paul Jr., let's go.
no, I don't believe in Chris Paul at all.
I don't either. And the
I don't
basketball
either.
player.
I never have. He's an
Neither
overrated point guard.
He's undersized and never does anything in the playoffs. Never. Now he's old.
He's just a little bulldog. He's got a
Yeah.
little feisty attitude, like a
Yep.
miniature pincher.
Do the
Actually,
Cardinals? run a
I'm
4-3
going
or
to go with
3-4?
Restrepo because he has really good hands.
You
Restrepo.
went double
Yeah.
receiver. You pulled an Isaac draft. I love it, man.
For the
Good
Cardinals,
picks for the Cardinals.
so they got they
Yeah.
went 3 receivers in the draft and back in, because they got Marvin Harrison. So they got their receiver. You got their receiving core set if all that pans out.
Heck yeah.
That's
Texans.
nice.
This is easy for the Texans, by the way. It's Darius Alexander. If he, yeah.
Darius Alexander.
Oh man, I was
I
I don't
gonna,
know
I
how
was
he
gonna say
slid
the
that far.
Texans probably draft really. The
I was
Texans
gonna
draft.
take him, Nick.
Yeah, he's a good one,
Bengals.
man.
And now next up with the Colts, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get their cornerback of the future and take Denzel Burke.
Solid.
Good
Ooh.
pick. DOHIO.
Yeah, I mean they don't need him now, but to be honest, in the next year, I hate how teams are like, I only need to attack this year. You need to be looking at next year, the following
Yeah.
year. Like, you guys
Yeah,
need to stop putting
yeah, yeah.
blinders on.
So if I ever become a GM or work for a team, I'm going to hire you, and you're going to tell people what to
Immediately.
do.
No, if that's the case, I want to put out a video so bad of like my thought process on how people would like draft or do teams. But if they did that, man, I'm gonna make whoever's gonna take my job after I get fired, they're gonna win a Super Bowl. Like legit, I'm gonna be Tony Dungy.
Yeah, Tony Dungy like that.
Cincy Kitties.
Since
Since he's up, can you look at defensive tackles again?
got that edge from UCLA there. Ooh, Shamar and Deion Walker. Or
I like
Shamar.
Shamar
So I'll
has
read
a
'em to you,
decent
Dad.
motor.
Yeah. You got Walker, Turner, Farmer, and West, and then Phillips further down.
The one thing I will say about Walker is he just doesn't look like he's really in it all the time.
That's
And
Jalen Walker's
conditioning.
fault.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Turner, the tackle.
I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
For
No, he has a
Cincinnati.
great motor.
Love.
All right. Let me see what I got.
Thank you, Nick.
Of course.
Turner.
Well, those. That was up next.
I've gone to the bathroom twice. I'm going to do it
He
again.
already took one.
3 times, man.
Hurry up
All
back,
right.
guys.
I'm not
We need to
really
find
big.
like a peeable seat or something.
Yeah. Just get a mayonnaise jar. I'm going to go with Harold Fenton Jr. right here. I just am not a big fan of Noah Fant. Go ahead and
I agree.
Nice
Yeah.
shot. That's nice.
thank you.
Fannin Jr., the tight end.
Yep.
Okay.
There's actually one other tight end I really do like.
Which one?
He's in Miami.
Oh my god, I can't remember his name. I'm a Luke
Arroyo.
Lackey at Iowa.
Elijah Arroyo.
Oh, Arroyo. Yep.
Game breaking speed.
He just beat my ass in college football.
I think he beat a lot of people's asses in college football.
Yep.
Who's up next?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh, Pittsburgh. What happened with Pittsburgh? Let me check.
By the way, Pittsburgh is apparently debating on taking Welcher Nolan, so that's a solid pick for the first one.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go with try to get them a quarterback. So Tyler Shuck for Louisville.
26 years old, gonna have a AARP card before too long.
The age
Yep.
doesn't bother me too much, but
We saw how that worked out for Brandon Whedon.
Yeah. 27.
This
He got
one, I'm gonna have to look at safety.
safety. All right. On it.
I'm pretty sure we haven't taken a safety.
Here, I got you. Hold on. Boom.
Just yeah, we're good. We're taking Ransom, Ohio State. Play against good competition.
I mean, it is the Buccaneers, so it's kind of fitting.
Exactly.
All right, who did I draft so far? I drafted a receiver, and who else?
All right, got you. He's doing more than peeing, evidently. You
I'm
have
not
Luke
on
Herbert
that.
the third
I'm
and
running back.
Caleb
All right.
Tootle.
He's
So
back.
let me see the linebacker real quick.
Linebackers.
Yeah, I don't want Chris Paul.
You don't want to put a layup on there?
Chris Paul, layup. Get a
cornerback.
this
Cornerback.
list.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Strong, solid.
Ugh.
Nick, do you confer? Nick, do you confer with
Yeah,
that?
I like
Tight end.
strong. He's got the high end speed. I like is that Alexander too. Again, you're playing to your competition.
I want to. Hey, man, I wish I had time. You wait. Did you say you're doing? I want to ask you about it, but are you doing a draft special on Thursday? You said you were, right?
Yeah, I'll
You
be on
said
for just a little
Elijah
bit with
Arroyo,
everybody else.
right, man?
If you want to hop on ours later,
I
me and
did.
Matt are doing.
I'm gonna
the
take
whole
him.
first round. Come
Here,
join
I'm
us.
down.
256.5. I love him.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
taking
he's
Elijah Arroyo. Yeah.
That's a great pick.
Sorry, I didn't
That's a
reach
good
out
pick.
to
That's a
Skinner,
good
dude.
pick.
By the way, too, we took a hiatus
Oh,
and we've
Chargers,
been
right? Okay.
hitting the mocks.
What do they got?
You're up, man.
All
I
right.
got
Ooh,
it.
the Packers are next, Dad.
I don't know
Bolt.
who to take.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna do a receiver. What do we see? What do we
Receiver?
see? Do we got any good centers? You know, we might just reach. Do we got any? What's the centers? Let me see the centers.
I think the only lineman that has any like chance of
Well,
getting
fuck
picked
that.
is
What? Let me just see all.
Charles and Mary guy.
No.
I'm
All right,
you guys
I'm
probably
just
look at
going
defensive
offensive line.
tackle.
What'd you
I
say?
think that
You probably go defensive tackle.
yeah, offensive line. There's nothing, man. At any of the
Yeah,
three
it's way
positions.
too late. It's way too early for you to reach on one of those.
The problem is that's how this draft's gonna go. Somebody's gonna have to reach.
What about
because-
safety? What about this Andrew Mabuka?
Andrew Mbuka or Mukbuka?
It's decent.
Makuba?
I mean,
Or
right now,
Sebastian
I don't,
Castro.
I don't
I
like his
like
height.
it. When you read it, the Mraz is kind of misleading when you read his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. Okay, go back to all. I think I'm just gonna take the best available. Who was the best available?
Okay,
We're talking
Joe.
about, yeah, him. Let
Yeah.
me get him. Let me get
Who
him.
is it?
Ofalaka
Olawale
Aladachijija.
Alago.
Oh my god. Well, I
Yeah,
think the
we're gonna go
Packers.
best
The
available
Packers
in
are
there.
up.
Yeah, the Packers are up.
Okay, we got a receiver. We got a cornerback. We need a defensive tackle is deep in this draft, so we gotta get one of them. Pull up. Who are the top two defensive tackles?
Deion
Walker and
Walker and Joshua Farmer.
Farmer and who else?
Deion Walker from Kentucky.
Hold on.
Deion Walker.
Dad, you know what to do here. Come on.
6'7", 331 pounds, RAS of 3.74, which is
Oh.
pretty accurate. And then Joshua Farmer is 6'3", 305 with 7.89.
No, go
I'm gonna-
edge, man. Come on.
I'm gonna go. Well, take a look. Okay, take a
Isaac,
look
it's
at edge.
okay. This is not for real. It's okay. Stop biting your
What's
fingernails.
available at edge?
Wait, Nick.
You
what'd
got
say?
Ashton-
What'd you say?
Jordan
Wow.
Birch.
Isaac, you
Jordan
look so
Birch.
nervous right now. Like this is for real. You're like, come on,
Oh,
Dad.
I
Jordan
know,
Birch,
but this
huh?
is because when I'm worried the Packers are going to legit.
You're
do
Nick,
so
what do you think?
nervous.
Jordan Birch, bigger. Oregon just went to the Big Ten. They had big competition to go against. He produced, I think it's like 8.5 sacks or something.
Yeah,
I
So
think I like Kennard the best. Out of
I'll
them.
go with the edge for Jordan Birch. Sure, why not?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Thank you, Nick.
Matt,
Of course.
who did you like there?
plus Big Ten, what that means is now you have an in at Oregon. So now, since they're a Big Ten school, they're close by. You go by and check out their games. You start getting more like advanced stuff on them. Like use it as a method to make it down the road.
Nick is playing fucking
For
chess
scouting,
while we're
advanced
playing
scouting.
checkers.
You've got
He's
to
already
play
thinking
chess.
3 steps ahead of us. And like he's like, no, now you got a pipeline.
Yeah,
You got to think about it, man.
Nick's like, I'm trying to work for an NFL team, and this
Exactly.
is what we should be doing. Matt,
I
did
smoke
you
too
like-
much weed to work for an NFL team. They would not let me work for them.
Wow.
Yeah, they would.
I
A
would
lot of them
I would get Josh Gordon real quick.
As long as you're okay, you're part of the upper management. They don't test for you. You're not a performance enhancer.
Hey, this might be performance enhancing. I don't know. Let me see what we got in the draft. I know we got Tyler Warren. I know we went and got a wide receiver. I know we got a guard, I'm pretty sure.
And you got cornerback Ravel.
Yo, cornerback. That was right, Ravel.
And Kyle Williams from Washington State.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have to go
receiver.
defensive. I have to get a defensive tackle. Then I'm taking whatever the highest one is.
All right.
Probably Farmer, right?
Walker.
Deion Walker.
Walker.
Waka. All right, how many picks
Yep.
we got left here, guys?
Texans. We got people to help him protect. Same thing. I'm going to take best available defensive tackle.
And there goes Jordan Farmer. Or
There's
Joshua
Farmer. There's Farmer.
90. We're at pick 90. Wow. We zoomed through
All right.
this.
So I went cornerback last time. I'm going to probably, I could still look at edge. I'm going to actually do a Jack Sawyer.
Boom.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer if that
Ned!
happens. He's a Hall of Famer.
Ned, I love you. Somebody did it. I was gonna at the end here. Great job. That's
All right,
that's fine.
Baltimore, that is me. You got Tate Rutledge, got James Pierce last time. I'm going to look at receiver. I like Tess Johnson right here.
You like that 40 speed with that little weight?
I don't like that Tez Johnson at all, man. Just so you know.
154. He's too light, man. You know he's
Oh, shit.
He's
I
fine
didn't
by
realize
Yeah,
he
he's
was.
like-
like a 46.
He's gonna
What's
his
his
body's
40?
just gonna
What's his
Mm.
He
40?
ran a
snap,
4.6
bud.
at
A what?
184.
He ain't gonna make it, man.
Yeah, he's light.
I'm taking a
and,
running back.
He's too small.
Nick, what was his 40?
Like 4.6 or 4.7?
4'6" and 5'9", 150. Oh, stop it.
I'm
Stop
like
it.
90. Hold on, let me check.
There should
Hey,
be
I'm
no
gonna-
reason he should be in the NFL.
Can I give you a receiver I like here? I've scouted receivers. I'm not a Knicks level, but Ty Felton. And I do like Torrey Horton as well.
Oh, I'm sorry,
But
4.51.
I like Felton a lot.
That's crazy.
4.51.
It
That's
was
still-
just too slow for his
That was
size.
like 4.47.
Yeah, he's way
Torrey
too slow
Horton's
for his
good, too.
size because that's everything.
Look at that.
Unless he plays a lot faster than
I'm
that,
going to go with Torrey Horton.
and has great agility. And
Horton's a
cutting.
good pick there, man. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Seahawks.
really
I
is.
got 3 in a row. Jesus. All right.
That's you again. You need to keep drafting. You got to break early on.
All right. So let me go this way. Let me see what I got over here. Again,
This is fun, guys. Nick,
All
great
right.
job. Eric, awesome.
I think this is a
Yeah,
solid draft so far,
Yeah,
Looking pretty good.
especially for them.
Harold Bannon, I like. That's a good pick.
Seattle?
Ed Judkins,
Seattle.
That's Ursery and Booker. That's pretty good.
There you go,
I mean, they're
Dano.
still gonna suck, but that's a good draft.
I just want to really see what Squirrel
Good
White.
draft, man. There's you didn't
Draft.
see them from sucking, but they'll suck less. I think it's of those receivers.
They have to get a receiver.
It's if you I don't,
There's-
it's
Why would they
either
take a
Felton,
receive?
Because they traded
Because they don't have any.
They don't
And
They
have
traded
anybody.
them away. Got rid of them.
They have I don't remember the guy's name that they have after Cup. So when Cup
Oh,
gets
Jackson
hurt-
Smith and Jigba?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
okay.
like
Yeah, and they got cut.
Jason. And that's
Yeah,
it.
oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
yeah.
just got Cup. I
Cup's
just forgot
must
about Cup.
watch. Cup's
Well,
Now,
let's
you
be
know-
honest. Cup's going to be healthy for like 2 games,
Cup's watch.
5 games tops.
Those would be the 2 playoff games they win.
They're not making the playoffs.
Let me see my picks real
No
quick for this one.
way.
Oops.
Saints. All right.
Saints.
All
Oh,
right.
it's way to your. It's almost by the Seahawks on
It's
the right.
almost by the end. Yeah, hold on. No.
A little bit farther. It's
There
right
it
there.
is.
Giants.
If it was alphabetical, it'd be a lot better.
It is. It is
It
alphabetical
is?
by the first name. It's alphabetical by the
Oh.
first name, man.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
by the city name. Okay.
And
All right. Well, there you go.
Um,
All right. Boom. That's what you got. You got Darren
yeah.
Porden, Donovan Jackson, and Ahmed Mimbu. Who?
okay, let me
Ahmed
look at the
Mimbu is
running
actually
backs
one of my
first then.
favorites. All right, running backs.
I'm curious who you take here. I've scouted these
Ooh.
guys. I want to know.
Actually, let's look at quarterbacks. They need one.
Damn.
There you go.
Quinn
Will Howard.
Will Howard.
Dylan Howard.
Will Howard, yeah.
8-8
Not
Rads
bad.
for QB. It's pretty good. Am I up? No.
Yeah, he's
Browns
going to be
up.
really good. I mean, they just won a natty, man. Come on. He's got to have something.
Natty.
yeah,
Browns are up.
All right, so I got Jalen Royals last time. Really and
Okay.
truthfully, it doesn't have. Well, yes, it does. It has running back right there, but
Yeah, Chubb's done. There you go, Charles Grant. Hey, he got picked. After all the talk about Charles Grant, he made it. There you go. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right, Eric.
Okay, I need to see the running back and the receivers. I know that this is not a need, but for some odd
No,
reason,
no,
we like
it's
to
a
draft
need.
somebody that is very fast. So
I know who this is. This should
wide
be.
receiver. Let me see
from-
wide receiver. I know it's him, but let me see the other wide receiver.
I like the running back here.
I
Dylan
want
Sampson.
Dante Thornton from Tennessee.
Oh,
Hey, that's the guy
Mike's
Mike's
good
talking
one.
about, Dad.
Mike's
6'4",
good.
good choice.
Yeah,
That's good.
All
4'3", 6'4". Fuck.
Eagles.
Calvin Johnson, Megatron, here we come.
So I
DK
went
Metcalf, here we
offensive-
go.
I went tackle and I went edge, so they still could use a corner. They could use a defensive tackle as well. They just beef up they're so good at drafting lines. And I like those edges are not bad there, but I already took an edge. I'm trying to think of what else did they lose. They lost.
Take Giddens to learn behind Saquon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
let me
Because you know Barkley's gonna
Let me
clip a
look at running
toenail.
back because they did lose Gainwell actually, so that actually makes sense. You know what? As much as I like Giddens, I'm gonna throw a curve in this. I'm gonna go with Bracel too.
I knew it.
He's
too.
quick as shit. He's fast. as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah,
He's
he's
tiny
gonna,
too.
behind that offensive line, he's gonna be a great change of pace
Fast
to
as
Saquon.
fuck, boy.
Darren Sproles type of guy.
Woo! I think he's a better fit. I actually think Giddens might be the better pro, but in that system, I like to. Vikings, Dad, this is you.
Is that my team? Okay, I'm just gonna go with the running back Dylan Sampson.
There you go. No, wait. Is he? Oh yeah.
No,
Why
that's
is he
I
so-
like
Why
it.
is he so far down on this? list?
His
He should be
size,
higher.
and he also
should
got
be
hurt
higher.
towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I still
Uh,
think it's a bad ranking for him. All right, Dolphins.
He'll be a
Sorry, Matt,
replacement for Jones.
Matt, what are you gonna say? I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, you're good.
Dolphins.
Who?
I don't remember what I did. I'm sorry. Banks and Milam. That's solid. I need Makuba's.
Quinn Ewers.
I'd go ahead and go. That's what I'm saying. I would go backup
Kyle
quarterback
McCord.
for Chris Paul Jr.
I want to take Makuba because this is way past when he should go, in my opinion. He's not 69th, but yeah, I'll go ahead and go with the quarterback. Let's just do it. Why not?
I just prefer my safety 6'1" or higher.
Fair, and he's not a great Raz, even though that's not everything.
So you want
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel?
No thanks. I'll take 20 years.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, you got
You know what,
Riley
Dylan?
Leonard right there.
Him or McCord could be really interesting too. But
I like
is-
McCord. I do
McCord
not
is-
like Riley Leonard.
I actually, do you like Riley Leonard?
I do
Max,
not
No.
like.
what's that?
No, I know,
Max
I don't.
Kyle
Rosner?
McCord might be a 49er.
Let's try yours. I think I just see him as a Dolphin for whatever reason.
Ugh.
A Dolphin pick would have been the kid from
Giant?
Oregon.
That would have been. What did I take for the
Black.
Giants? I took Hunter. No, yeah, I did take Hunter.
No, you took Hunter.
Okay, I took Hunter.
Dart.
Dart. Taylor. They need a receiver.
Actually, a pretty good
Taylor.
draft.
No, but they took Hunter. He might play receiver for them. They took
He's going to play
Taylor.
receiver for them.
They need a tackle. There isn't one. They need a guard. There isn't one. Is there a defensive tackle left? Actually, Frazier could go here. That makes some
Yeah.
sense. Nick, which guard of those would it be? Frazier, Slater, or Dellinger? I can't go with Candor this early.
I
will
like
say-
Frazier and Dellinger. Yeah, they're again.
would say
You got to play the
Dellinger.
competition. I would, to be honest, who's bigger?
Yeah, let's look
Yeah.
at that. Frazier,
6'5".
6'5",
God damn.
33.
6'4". I go
6'4".
6'5". What's that one extra?
Yeah, but whoa. Dillinger's got
got
an
8 pounds.
8-pound difference.
Hey, I can make him fatter.
I
I
like.
can't make him taller.
Let's go Frazier. He had a good Raz. Let's go.
That's a
Frazier.
good point. That's a good point.
All right. So the San Francisco 49ers are up finally. Last time I got Barrett Carter, defensive tackle.
Kyle McCord replace Brock Purdy.
Do it. They'll never do it.
No, because they're going to give him all that money. That's why they released Samuel.
No, it's time for Debo to move on. And especially now that Adam Peters is gone, I could absolutely see the 49ers having like a decent season this year, bouncing back, making the
Mhm.
playoffs, and then just falling off a cliff.
I could see it. How many more picks are in the third round here?
Not
3 or
many.
4.
Like
Yeah.
3?
These
We're
all these
pretty much
compensatory
right at the
picks.
end.
Dang, guys.
I think it's only like 103 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, if any of you
good.
want to come hang out with us on draft night, we're going to be doing the whole first round, me and Matt. So come join us.
You know
Yeah.
what? For shits and giggles, I'm going to put Aronde Gatson right here. His dad was a pretty good receiver out of Miami a couple decades ago, and I think
Fit in.
actually surprise a lot of people.
Rams and then the Lions, and that is it, I believe.
And Kittle's getting up there in age and is beat up all the hell. So
You're up again, right, with the Rams?
yep.
Nice. Thanks for running this
And
one. You did a great job.
Jack Sawyer, Jada Brown. All right. So I feel like throwing up a layup.
How's Makuba fallen?
He plays for Texas. That's to be honest, the fact that
read that part right there, and
Or
that
not even
right
just
there.
that, but what about the fact that are there a lot of teams that need safeties? Well, there's only like 2 or 3 safeties taken, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm
There's just
surprised.
not a lot of good safeties.
Yeah.
It's not.
they all go to Penn State though.
It's so weird. There's so many positions that are so deep in this draft, but there's some that are so shallow. Like offensive line it drops off super quick. And safety
I
as well.
disagree. I feel like there's so much value later on in the offensive line that people are just not seeing.
I got Shmuel Moden Jr.
Like it.
And you're closing it. You're closing
Who's
this
up?
out.
Detroit.
Has he picked
Well-
up safety?
I'm gonna try to find a defensive. Let's see if there's any defensive tackles, since that's an extremely deep position.
Might as well go with that safety.
By the way, this is a great draft for them, especially after losing both offensive and defensive coordinators.
Mhm.
Like,
Right?
you need to take trench players to build that team long term.
Agreed.
Otherwise, the Lions are going to be picking in the top 5 next year.
After losing
Matt, I can't see it. What's available at defensive tackle?
West, Phillips,
right here.
Caldwell, Pugs, Mills. He's on his phone, man.
I like Phillips. Can you tell me is at linebacker is Knight Jr. available?
He should be.
Yes.
He is
And
Demetrius
Paul
Knight Jr.
and Stutzman. Yep.
I'm gonna take a flyer on him because I like him.
Oh, there, a South Carolina guy went last.
Where
Ned,
is it?
do you think we should recap by team or should we go through the picks?
Go through the picks.
Like this, right?
like
I think
this?
you should go by team and then
Yeah,
let the other people that didn't draft the team make a comment.
That works for me.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go through it. All right, let's start with the first team alphabetical. Is it Denver? What? It is. All right, Denver.
Wait,
Denver.
how did the Arizona Cardinals not win?
That's not the
Oh,
first team
yeah.
alphabetical. That's just the way they have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I
right.
was like,
Can you go over? Can you move over? Because that goes
No.
alphabetical, but it starts with Denver.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
They're not even
Arizona,
on
go all
there.
the way over. Go to the other way.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm doing.
super weird. I don't understand that.
They said fuck Arizona.
So
Did you guys
Denver,
even see it? I mean,
what
the
did
NFL
Denver?
did too.
What did they
I'm gonna
get?
try this.
The NFL also said F Arizona.
There you go.
oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Who did Arizona get?
We got Kenneth Grant, Trey Harris, and Xavier Restrepo.
I like
Two
that you hit-
receivers.
I like that you hit 2 receivers. They need
I
it.
don't. I'm not crazy about the 2 receivers, but I do like Grant.
I'm
Just
not
my
crazy
opinion.
about a receiver.
My opinions. That's all.
I know
I'm
I'm
not
struggling,
crazy about
Nick, with this
Arizona.
draft.
I don't care what Arizona does. I think they're still just going to make, as long as they got that. What are we allowed to say Dorfer midget on here? At
I mean,
quarterback?
you said every word possible.
But as
There's
long as
probably
we
more
get-
standards
yeah, I'm
than-
asking about that. As long as you get that little midget cosplaying as a quarterback, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Who's
Who's
next?
Atlanta? That was Nick.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Mike
did the-
Green, I mean, again, FBS leader in sacks, 17 and a half. He's not as bendy, which I don't understand why people give a shit about that. 17 and a half
Wait.
sacks, that's something.
What does
Um,
Bindi mean? What do you mean by Bindi?
So when edge
Oh,
rushers go to go
ability
around,
to
it,
get
like,
around
guys-
the edge.
Yeah, when you can literally see pictures of them trying to like hold them, and you'll literally see the edge like literally like sideways on the ground,
Okay.
basically.
Rashard
And
Mathis.
They don't love that about him, but I don't know how you aren't bendy enough to get 17 and a half sacks, but whatever. The
Bendy.
one thing I would say is he's big boomer bust, because if you go look at, I think Marshall's in the Sun Belt or something.
Yes.
The Sun Belt, if you go look at their like all-time sack leaders, none of them come to mind. So he might just be a guy that's playing to competition, which is why I'm kind of iffy about him, but Falcons are going to take him if
How
he's
much-
there.
How many hours of
Tell us
research have you
about
done on-
Xavier Watts.
Hold on,
the
I got a
safety.
quick. I got
I'm
a
sorry.
question.
What?
Nick, how many hours of research have you done on this draft? I just got to like estimate.
I don't keep
Hey,
count.
I got to get out of here, guys. I'm sorry about that, but I got to get off.
Oh, you're
Hey,
good.
man, thanks for hanging
Yeah.
out.
No
Absolutely.
problem. I
Let's go,
apologize.
man.
Everybody,
Awesome.
thank you so much. My wife is saying, let's go smoke. So I will talk
Okay.
to you guys.
There you go.
later. All right.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
See you
Thank
guys.
you.
I don't think we've ever had a guest say that and then go for it.
Hey, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta smoke. Gotta smoke.
Oh, man.
But
All
yeah,
right,
they're gonna
yeah.
take best edge rusher. It doesn't really matter. It might be Michael Williams. It might be somebody else. Mike Green, I just really like. He's either going to be really great or he's going to be just some random edge that somebody took way too high.
I just think that Mike Green, he's a former receiver that they made into an edge rusher. And yeah, he has the 7.5, like you kind of said, you brought up the competition thing, but I think that he has the potential to be the next Jamal Reynolds that was drafted by Green Bay many years ago.
I like that.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, and then of course Xavier Watts. They need a safety. They need help over the edge. The division's getting better. Mike Evans, Jalen McMillan, Chris Olave. The Panthers don't have anybody. There's guys out there that they are going to need to be able to defend, and they're also going to have to try and keep it close because Michael Penix is the future.
Right.
Good pick. Good
Yeah,
pick.
no, and Xavier Watts, he can pop them. Like he could lower a hammer on some people.
I like this entire first round view too. There's some interesting.
It's
picks.
pretty close to what's going to happen, to be honest.
I
Like give or
agree.
take a few around here, like it's going to be pretty close.
I agree. Ravens.
James Pierce Jr., Tate Ratledge, and then Torrey Horton.
I like the Horton pick
I like the Horton pick too.
and the
Actually,
edge pick. The
like
Pierce Jr. pick as well. So like it.
I like
Yeah.
I like Ratledge too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Guard
The only
from
other thing they might need down the road
Good.
might be a linebacker, especially after losing Roquan and all that other
Mhm.
stuff. But Torrey Horton's going to be the safest pick here unless you're reaching for Jack Sawyer.
Where did Roquan go?
Where did who?
You said losing Roquan.
Didn't Roquan leave there and didn't he go somewhere? Or
No.
did he go from the Steelers to the Ravens?
No, Roquan
Well, you're
was
talking about Patrick Queen. He left to go up to the
Patrick
Steelers.
Queen.
Patrick Queen.
Yeah,
I'm
Roquan.
sorry.
I think Roquan is he's still with Baltimore.
He's been killing it too. No, but yeah, they lost Queen. You're right.
I'm thinking of Queen. My bad.
You're
Yeah.
good.
No, you're good. You're good. I just
And
was like-
Geno Smith also left, and he went to the Cincinnati Bengals. All
That's
right.
right.
So Buffalo would be next. Boop.
All right. I took Mika Ibuka, Alfred Collins. Nick loved that pick. And and Thomas, the corner. I think Ibuka is the one here. If he's healthy, he's the guy I like for the Packers. I'm
I
not
agree.
going to be upset if they take him at all at 23. I think it'd be a steal at 23. I think it's going to help Josh Allen's life a lot to get an actual number one, and then it's going to make life easier for Shakir as well.
I agree. If Josh Allen gets Igbuka or Luther Burton, it's going to make him infinitely better. It's going to be one of those guys are going to be the Jordan Addison where they're just like, oh, he got drafted at 22, 20, whatever. And you're like, oh, yeah, I just won my fantasy draft. Like,
Right.
Yeah, and
there's
if
only
it
a
wasn't
few
for his injury history, he would probably be rated a lot higher than he is.
Yeah, he'd be
Yeah,
going
and you're
there.
going off of the pedigree of Ohio State. Like, he
Yeah.
has the most receptions in their franchise history. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Which
They're
is
Ohio
crazy
State.
when you think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Chris Carter, David Boston. It's just name a couple of the guys that were
Olave recently. Like,
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
Isaac, with Buffalo, you also got the defensive tackle.
yeah,
as
you
well.
solved that problem.
It's good.
Hopefully Collins is good. I'm not. It was a little bit of a reach, but I just thought it was a big need. And then they
It's
got to
either
get a
gonna be him
corner.
or Darius Alexander.
Yep. I think Carol is it Carolina? No, it's Carolina.
I'm doing the ABCs in my head right now.
I know we're gonna miss.
Oh wait, yeah, it's Carolina. Hold up.
We can just go through them in order if you want.
Yeah, just
just
go
go
through them in
through
order.
it.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
This
All
is
right,
fine.
let's
Tennessee.
see.
But this
Tennessee.
one, honestly, Abdul Carter, number one, taking BPA. I don't believe in Cam Ward long term. I'm sorry. First overall, quarterbacks have a very, very low hit rate.
And
They're
did you
going with
get
bad
Milrow
franchise.
here?
He did
Yeah,
get me.
Milrow would actually be great because they're getting Brian Callahan, their new quarterback, and his dad, who has the best offensive line coach, basically in NFL history. So
Right.
those two together, Milrow can run. You now have an edge off the other side. You have Tajay Spears and who's the other one that's over there? He used to be the running back.
You got
Pollard.
Pollard.
Pollard. Yeah, so you have
More
two
polished.
solid running backs. You don't
Yeah.
really need a crazy wide receiver. Your division's going to be pretty close. All you really need to do is be better than the Colts, and you guys might be able to make the playoffs. So
And it looks like it would it still be Will Levis and then waiting for Milrow to
hell
develop?
no, we're jettisoning Will Levis into the sun, and I'm starting Jalen Milrow.
Oh, you're gonna put Milrow out there right away.
Yeah,
Okay.
immediately. I don't care what anybody says.
He's a game
I would
breaker.
much rather him go out there and have a season where he gets through like 10 games and gets hurt and then has to come back next year. I would much rather just him figure it the hell out on the field. Like,
All right. I like that.
By
man.
far, this is probably the most athletic you can get with the first 2 picks. So
True.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for
And
sure.
there's no point in trading back in if he's going to fade. If Milrow's going to end up down there and he's not going to end up at one of these places, just take him. Don't overthink it.
Who's Cleveland?
me. So I'm actually in the other camp about Cam Ward is because he just makes the game look so damn easy. I think that he has the potential to be a great franchise quarterback. I know some people are not really on that same bandwidth is what I think.
Right.
But I think that, as far as like Cleveland's going to be kicking themselves because they brought in Deshaun Watson and let go Baker, and then Baker goes and has been in the playoffs.
I took a shower earlier.
But
He did do a terrible stint in Carolina, to be fair.
he did, and then the LA Rams second, but I think that was more on the fact that Roll was y'all's coach at the time, and I think that y'all are starting to actually get that a little bit more stability. I think that's what they really need, and a brand new owner would be really good too. But Landon Jackson is, I think, someone that can really surprise some people. He can be either Jamal Anderson, or he could be not exactly Micah Parsons, but he would be someone that can potentially be 8 to 10 sacks. So Jalen Royals, I do like as not as a number 1, but as like a number 2/3. And in Charles Grant, they just need a tackle.
Yeah.
I agree.
Giants. This is
You need to not have Cam Ward die on the field.
That's true. I went with Travis Hunter, and I actually, if he's there, I could see the Giants actually taking Dart.
This is a really good draft.
Yeah, like they're gonna go Dart, and then Taylor fell.
Mason Taylor.
And then
Mason Taylor
Frazier.
falls.
This is a home run. Like if this actually happens,
Who's the 4th player that you got?
Frazier, the guard from LSU.
Frazier, he's
Oh,
Got
he's
lucky.
great.
I got lucky here.
That's
I got
good.
lucky.
That's a
I
good
got lucky.
draft.
Then with the Patriots, I took my favorite player in this entire draft, Ashton Genty. I'm giving away stuff to my dad. I just traded for number 1 in our fantasy league.
you could
Dynasty.
this later.
I traded a first, a second, Devon Kane.
Later. Talk
Oh
about
my
that later.
gosh,
We're
I
talking
traded
about
a
this.
lot of stuff, but Ashton Genty is a beast.
And you
took
got an
another-
offensive tackle, Connerly, right?
Yeah.
Connerly,
No, I did.
Jack Beck.
He redeemed himself with the comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
Exactly.
Genty's a good pick for Jack Beck from TCU and Princely Unimalian Edge from Ole Miss.
Princely won't be there at 77, but yeah.
No way. Exactly. That's not realistic.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
I'm surprised he dropped.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags had an interesting one. Obviously, I could see them most likely going Mason Graham. That's really where the pick is. I don't see them going really anywhere else unless somehow, some way, like an Abdul Carter falls, or even a Travis Hunter. But again, no way in hell that happens. So here, take best player available, Tyler Warren, a really solid blocking tight end and a great receiving threat. Siobhan Rell's my cornerback 2 in this thing, even over Travis Hunter. Kyle Williams, I think, is going to be a very sleeper wide receiver. And if he ends up on a team where he can hide behind Brian Thomas Jr. a little bit, I think you could really give him the option that you're going to have to go cover him, and he's going to get single coverage. And then Deontay Walker out of Kentucky, you have to really stop that center. You're going against some solid running backs in the division. But obviously, with Siobhan Rell over the top, they're going to want to run the ball more on you. So you're going to have to do something.
And with Deontay Walker, I mean, a lot is said about his conditioning and everything like that. I think it's more on technique. The fact that he's 6'7" and 340 pounds is enough for me to say that the dude is a mountain.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that
That's
if he
we give him
actually,
access to $100 million facility, like everything under the book or under the sun, he can do anything he wants. Like, he's big enough that he could just go out there and just throw somebody.
very true. But also at the same time, the guy that's lining up against him is not the guy that's playing at Vanderbilt either.
True. Yeah, that's the level of competition thing.
All right. Well, Eric had to go blaze one. In fact, someone else in my neighborhood is because it's coming in through the window right now.
Oh,
The
gosh.
only thing I do not like, and Isaac knows this, I am not a Cameron Scatterbo person.
He's got to be to the right system.
Yeah, he reminds me of Toby Gerhardt in so many ways. So when you have a 4.65 40, you're going to get chased down from behind. And I just think the game in the NFL level is too fast for him.
I agree. He needs to be in a system. Like if he fell to Jets or something like that and went like second or third running back, he could really do some damage.
Especially at the goal line.
Oh, absolutely.
Took Will Campbell with the Jets here. Tyleek Williams and then Dylan Fairchild, guard for Georgia. So it was an offensive. It was a line draft, building the trenches, which is the Jets have the Jets have a lot of issues. They've got a lot of issues coming off the Aaron Rodgers hangover. So let's do it.
I agree, and that's Aaron Glenn move right there.
Yeah,
it is.
Panthers,
and then obviously this one's an interesting one. A lot of people think that the Carolina Panthers are going to – obviously, I would take Mason Graham, no problem. That's an easy one. But the next pick, Jared Wilson, a lot of people are like, oh, my God, why would you take a center? I need to figure out who's going to be playing that position past Austin Corbett. So I'd rather get him in now to learn from Austin Corbett for a year. So this way next year he could be my starting center. So, yes, I'm taking a center too. But if Corbett gets hurt, he's my center one, no problem. And then I do need help over the top with Kevin Winston. I could have gone corner here, but with Amos off the board and everything like that, I'm just going Winston. Go with the Penn State kid.
And Kevin Winston, literally, he was a defensive leader on that team last year. And I mean, Penn State's defense last year was just phenomenal. And he was one of the reasons.
I agree.
Like it. Saints.
And then, and then I took the Saints. I think the Saints really need to think about the offensive line first. They are losing a lot. I'm pretty sure, was it Ryan Ramczyk or whatever just retired from their offensive line? So you really need help there. Jackson and Membu are the best options. If I could have gone a Ohio State tackle, I would have done that and just, gone Ohio State all the way, basically, besides Darian Porter. Because, again, I think that chemistry builds long-term. If your center, your guard, your quarterback all have already played together, it's going to be super easy to really make it translate in the NFL. And then, obviously, they need a quarterback. I think they could sit. Derek Carr is going to probably just play. He's probably faking this BS injury. So I could see them taking a Will Howard, a Kyle McCord, or somebody down the road to be like, hey, if this kid can beat you as a 5th round, 6th round, 7th round quarterback, then we're going to let him do it. But otherwise, I think they should just take care of their offensive line and then obviously secondary.
I really love the Mimbao one. In my personal opinion, I think that as far as technicality is, he is the most complete one after Will Campbell. So I love this pick for them, actually. And Donovan Jackson, he's just a beast in the guard position. So I actually love this draft.
Correct. And I don't think that there's a big – with a lot of these quarterbacks, even Cam Ward, I don't think there's a massive drop between one and like the last one that we'll take, like say, for example, Kyle McCord. I think that you could do a really good system around a Kyle McCord, around a Will Howard, as long as you put the other pieces together, which is what Cam Ward's going to need. He's just going to need a little bit less of it because he's got that ability to escape. He's got those crazy throws and everything like that. But if you're able to get Will Howard – yeah, he's got the ability to do it. But so does Will Howard if you give him pretty much the same, surroundings as you would give a Cam Ward. So you just need to put in the same effort for that level of quarterback.
Agreed. So what were you saying, Tom?
Oh, nothing. I said Cam Ward's mentality,
Yeah.
I can't see the screen, just so you guys know.
I can read it. Or Matt, yeah, you can. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you have Amari and Hampton, Nick Emamori, Nick Scarton, and then Cameron Williams, which
That's
I will
ridiculous.
tell you right now, I love this draft too.
That's
This is a
ridiculous.
W.
That's not.
I wanted one of those offensive tackles, but to be honest, Omari and Hampton, I think he'll bring a lot of juice to that running back room. With what
trade DeAndre Swift.
with what they're building there, with the defensive the Detroit coordinator coming over. I wanted to get some trenches, some offensive tackle. The safety, where he fell, so I had to grab him. That's about it.
Sounds good.
No, that was a great pick. Will Johnson, of course, like I already said, I just think he's the best corner. Watching him in video, I know that he gets hurt. He's been hurt a few times, and yes, his 40 was not like where people thought they would be, but I still think that you look at him, he has great instincts. Like his instincts are on par. Johan Saviani, he's just a really good guard. He's technically sound. Didn't really get beat that much. Barrett Carter, yes, I understand. Nick wasn't really big on this one, but also at the same time, I think that if he slides to the outside, he'll be a little bit better, especially after losing Greenlaw to Denver this past season. I just think he would be fine.
I agree.
Aronde Gatson, the second, like I said, his dad played for Miami, has great hands. If he even has somewhat of the catching ability as his dad, I think he would be a good pickup. And like I said, Kittle's beat up. I mean, he's missing like 2, 3, 4 games a year now. So
the only other thing that I would say for that one is if you don't take Barrett Carter, you take Jack Sawyer. Like I said, he's my like linebacker number 1, basically, outside of Jihad. Like he is gonna be a great for somebody.
I agree with that 100%. Dallas.
That'd be me. I took Ted McMillan, Travion Henderson, and Braden Swinson. Got my receiver. They need that. They need a running back badly.
And Parsons needs help.
Yeah, Dak is gonna fail even harder if he doesn't have some support. So, and Micah Parsons, like you said, he needs help too. So, let's do it.
I think they're trying to set him up to fail.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dolphins. I agree. Jerry's doing him no favors. But I don't know what Jerry's doing. Dolphins, this was a trenches draft when Kelvin Banks Jr. stole that tackle. Wyatt Milam, guard from West Virginia, and then I went Quinn Ewers just for fun from quarterback from Texas.
Milam is just a bear. I mean, there's some things about him that I don't really care for. They like to pull him a lot, which I don't think he was really he wasn't athletic enough whenever you watch his footwork and everything like that. And the simple size that he has, I think he had some issues with that. But if you just line him up and just say, hey, just tear through this guy, he can do that. He can do that for you. Kelvin Banks.
Need somebody like that.
I'm not really high on Kelvin Banks. In fact,
neither am I. He's a guard.
You could probably switch Milam and put him on the outside and Kelvin Banks on the inside.
Oh, really?
That'd be really interesting if they actually did that. If they took those 2 players, that'd be interesting. Who's it?
They'd have to justify that hard to take Banks that high and then move him to
first.
Yeah,
yeah, for real. I just was like, you got to protect Tua. He was the best lineman. I almost took Booker. I almost did. All right, Colts.
Colston Loveland obviously makes sense. If Tyler Warren doesn't make it to the Colts, it'll be Colston Loveland. Some people think Colston Loveland might go ahead and Warren might fall. I don't understand how that's going to happen. I don't know how the tape changed between now and then, but whatever.
Yeah, it didn't.
Carson. Yeah, exactly. Carson, I think, is going to be a great linebacker. UCLA is an interesting program. They are not really known for like stellar linebackers, but for some reason, this guy seems to have all of the traits. Obviously, they also moved to. UCLA stayed? No, they're in the SEC now. Or the Big Ten.
The Big Ten, yeah, the Big Ten.
I'm sorry. So yeah. So they're playing against a better competition, and then Denzel Burke. Like if you would have told me Denzel Burke, you're gonna be able to get him at 80 at the beginning of the college football season, that I would have been like, there's no way. So yeah, you're getting a starting cornerback moving forwards because Kenny Moore's not going to be there forever.
Yeah, the Carson. I can't pronounce his last name. Hit that for me.
Yeah, it's Schwessinger is what I've been saying.
Schwessinger. No, he's someone that's been sneaking up on a couple boards because, of course, like you said, I mean, he's on the West Coast, so a lot of people on the East Coast are not really going to know who he is.
Yep.
But when you actually watch the game tape on him, man, he flies around. He's like a low-rent Luke Kuechly is probably a good way I could put it.
I agree. And the bigger thing with him is like most people don't understand like how to watch people in coverage. They're just kind of like, oh, he didn't intercept the ball or this or that. Like he's able to still like pretend like he's going in as like an edge rusher and then fake it, kind of get out of there. So
all right, we're going to the Bengals thing we already talked about, Arizona and Atlanta.
I went with I think Malachi Starks was the best safety available. I liked him a lot. I
100%.
needed to go for the Bengals and needed to go defense because they put all their money on offense. So the best available defensive tackles, Sanders, right? And I can't remember the name of the last one.
Shamar Turner.
Turner, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's all I got for you.
I like Turner because he has a high motor. Like he's amazing. And Malaki Starks, there is, if you watch any of his YouTube videos, dude has terrific range. He's probably the best cover safety in the draft this year. And he's got insane hands, like really good hands. And TJ Sanders is someone that's kind of flying under the radar right now.
Right.
To be honest, I think Bengals could be one of those teams that sneaks and ends up getting like a bunch of players from the same team. And the one I keep thinking of is Texas A&M. Like they go Eminwari, they go Scornton, then they go what's his name?
Turner, yeah.
And Turner. I could see him going Scorton too.
With the Seahawks, I got the road grader, Tyler Booker. I just think that really and truthfully, you need to just get nasty in the front. And Quishon Junkins is more of a luxury pick at this point, but also at the same time, Kenneth Walker is always hurt. And Zach Charbonnet, he's decent, but he's not your prototypical every down back. Harold Fannin, I just do not care for Noah Fant. He's up there with Geno Smith in my eyes. But Alec Oyo Manor, I didn't really know much about him until actually y'all. So I went with that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think this is a good one overall. They're going to end up running the ball a lot as well. So running back is going to be rebuilding the offensive line.
Future Hall of Famer at 19.
Yes, absolutely. Jahad Campbell, if he becomes a Buck, future Hall of Famer. Benjamin Morrison, you go corner, and then just save the safety, go all defense with these first three picks. Offense, you still have Mike Evans, you still have Jalen McMillan. I'm pretty sure Chris Godwin didn't leave.
Godwin re-signed, yes.
Yeah, so you maintain those. You still have Bucky Brooks and Rashad White. Offensive line pretty much stays the same. You still have Wirfs and all those guys, Graham Barton. So you have everything. You really need to put some pieces on the defensive side.
That was a good draft for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good draft too, because they really Eric really kind of he hit the need for Caleb Johnson. I love Luther. I think that Luther Burden III is like I said, his quarterback stopped him.
He's gonna be a Swiss Army knife with Sean Payton, because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for Taysom Hill. He's looking for a Kamara kind of guy. So these three together, that's exactly what he's wanting.
I was gonna say yes, two with Arroyo also in this draft.
Yeah.
Who's the third one on Denver?
Elijah Arroyo. He's a tight end.
Oh, he got Arroyo too.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a great draft.
Good draft.
This is a pretty realistic draft, if I'm going to be honest, for the Steelers.
Yes, no, I 100% agree with that.
What'd you say about Pittsburgh?
I think it's very realistic.
Right. They got Nolan, and then I'm a big Tyler Shuck fan for later in the third, if he falls that far, or for the value. He's a big quarterback. He can make all the throws. I don't know. What do you guys think of Shuck?
I don't believe in Shuck. I think the injuries and the age, I'd much rather take a 21-year-old raw talent like a JJ McCarthy from years ago, or Kyle McCord, a Will Howard. I'd rather take some guys that are a little bit bigger of a program that don't have the injury history. And especially because you're not going to be asking your quarterback to do everything. You're giving him DK Metcalf, TJ Watt on the defensive side. You guys are winning 10 games on a regular basis. I just need you to not destroy the ship.
With good coaching,
Yeah, so I just need you guys to deliver the ball, make it nice and easy. I like Shuck, especially with Tomlin. I just don't believe in Shuck yet.
Right.
Fair enough.
Good.
And the only thing else I could say about that is you do have Kenneth Gainwell, and I guess they're teaming him up with Jalen Warren. But at the same time, you kind of look at what they did. They got older in the free agency. So they really needed to find someone for Hayward to take over that spot as well.
The Chargers, this was
Eric again.
He went Donovan
Ezaraku.
Jaden Higgins, one of my favorite picks in the draft, the receiver.
Jaden Higgins, I love.
And then Elijah the edge from UCLA. I'm not gonna try to say his first name.
Oladejo.
I think
There's
that
two edges, they
Higgins
need
teaming
that.
with McConkey is really that's a
I
good
like it.
pairing right there.
And if
I agree.
Donovan's good, this is a good draft because they've got to start getting younger at edge. They let Bosa go and Max getting older. So,
Did they bring? Did the Chargers bring Mike Williams back
yes, they did.
Yeah.
for 1 year?
Did the Chargers run a 3-4?
I'm not
Do
Do we
sure.
know?
I think so. My brain is mush.
Do
I
the
think
Chargers
so.
run a 3-4?
The Chargers were
Nope,
beaten
that's
by the
not.
Texans.
They told me the Chargers were beaten by the Texans.
Well, if they run a 3-4, then I like Donovan a little bit more than
Right.
I just don't. I see the concern, like you said, because he has speed, but it's also kind of like that Mike Green feel to it, where he can be a big boom or he could be a big bust. But
They're saying they're
he
going
did
to switch
produce.
between a 3-4 and a 4-3.
Interesting.
Oh, both.
Packers.
Green Bay's up.
Green Bay's up.
Well, I've heard a lot of really good things about Matthew Golden. I've heard that he can be your ex receiver.
Yep.
And also has good speed. He can run the routes, so he could step right in to that spot that we were hoping Christian Watson would do, and if he were ever playing. So I really like Golden there. The cornerback Hairston, we need to replace Alexander. I don't think he's going to be playing for the Packers. So I wanted to get a cornerback replacement, and then I think the last one. I can't see it. I think it's
Jordan
edge,
Birch.
right?
Yeah.
Jordan Birch.
And we need an impact edge. I don't know if he'll be that, but just trying to get an impact edge out there.
He'll be a little bit more solid than what most people think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Dad,
You're back up.
Well, that's a quick
Back
one.
up, Minnesota. Just with 2 picks in the first 3 runs. I went with the defensive tackle Harmon. I think he's gonna be really solid. One of the running backs that I like in this class, actually a little bit better than Scatabo, is Dylan Sampson. I think he can run between the tackles, even though he's a little smaller. He shows the ability to do that. He also has some breakaway speed, so he could surprise people. And I think Minnesota needs to look at a replacement for Jones either this year or next year. So I figured that might be a good call.
Yeah, I
like-
like Sampson and Harmon.
Yeah, I was going to say these are both good picks, and Dylan Sampson, he carried that Tennessee team last year. I mean, a lot of people are, there's a lot of hoopla going on about Nico right now, and I think he went to UCLA, but Dylan Sampson was definitely by far the most important person on that team last year. Houston, what you got?
Houston, you got to keep it Stroud upright. Josh Simmons, in my opinion, the best tackle in the draft. Other than Membu might be that guy, but I really, really like Simmons. I also like Will Campbell, just to be fair. But we went with Simmons because he was available. Jalen Noel, I like for the long-term speed.
That's great.
Alexander and Farmer are just going to be able to get right there in that center, really be able to go against the running backs that are in division. And not only that, but we need to be able to drain the clock out. Texans, did really good rookie season, then kind of fell off with the rookie or the second year slump. So now I'm really looking for Stroud to take the next step and break 30 touchdowns. So I need to be able to stop the other team from having the ball as well. So Alexander and Farmer makes sense.
Yeah, no, Farmer I think has a chance to be basically what Brandon Fisk was for the Los Angeles Rams last year. Josh Simmons, like we said earlier, he could be a top 10, if not possibly a top 5 pick, if not for that knee injury.
Yep.
All right, so I got Jade Barron, Jack Sawyer, and Samuel Mundon Jr., who the reason with the Mundon pick was that he was extremely athletic, and I just think that, he could fly left to right and everything like that. I feel like LA should really go for a quarterback as well in this draft because they got Garoppolo backing up Stafford, and even though Stafford is a great quarterback, he's 36, so they need to get a new quarterback. But Jack Sawyer is a high energy, high motor type guy, and That's why I picked these three guys.
Do you think that the Rams could consider Jackson Dart at some point?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I could see him going 26th.
If that's the case, I feel like they're really messing it up because I don't feel like Dart is good enough to go that high.
I don't either. Yeah.
To be
But
honest,
I couldn't see him taking Milrow either. Like they're
Milrow would be so great with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Like that would
Right.
be just bananas.
It'll be a perfect situation if Milrow could actually go into behind someone like Stafford or Garoppolo that can actually sit down. You got a veteran on the field and you got a veteran on the sideline telling you like, okay, kid, this is what they're doing and everything like that. Because the biggest problem they actually had with Milrow at Alabama last year was his decision making. He was just so far inconsistent. If he actually got, I would say average reading as far as like NFL goes, he could potentially be like a top tier quarterback.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I think there's so much potential, but I just feel like they're the team that should sit and wait for a Will Howard or a McCord or somebody like that because Stafford said he's totally happy going year to year. And that's how he's negotiating his contract. So, hey, man, play this year out. I'm not expecting Will Howard's not even going to challenge your thing unless something happens. McCord, whoever it's going to be, Quinn Ewers. And then, down the road, middle of next year, he's like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. Great. Our guy got to sit for 2 years and let's roll.
Who's the
I like
Ravens?
Next one up, James Pierce Jr. A lot of people, he's falling down. A lot of people feel like he is a round 2. I think he's a top 10 in my eyes. If there's one thing I like about him, after Abdul Carter, James Pierce Jr. probably has the best set of tools for an edge rusher that I've ever seen. And he doesn't stick with just one move. It ain't always to the outside. It ain't always to the inside. He uses his hand, has good bend, and he's a freak athlete. He kind of reminds me of Javon Curse back when he came in to the NFL. Tat Rutledge, probably, in my opinion, the second best guard after Tyler Booker, and then Torrey Horton was more or less the Ravens' receiving core is always shit, other than Xavier.
And the fact that Pierce is going to fall and Jalen Walker is going to go ahead of him is bullshit. Like,
I agree.
That's the easiest way to say it. Pierce is 1,000 times better than Jalen Walker could ever be.
What did he do? Like, what was it? A domestic dispute or something?
I thought he like punched somebody. If that was the first NFL player to punch somebody, I'd be concerned. But
no, there's plenty.
Yeah, there's absolutely morality thing there, but
well, Detroit only had 3 picks. I wanted to get an edge. Michael Williams on my rankings, he was falling as well. So I wanted to grab him. I think Nick, you helped, or Med, you helped with the next pick, the offensive line.
That was him.
Yeah,
and then
really great.
And then a linebacker for Knight Jr. So I thought this was a decent draft
that's
for
a really good
Detroit.
draft.
This is exactly what the Lions need. They need to protect Goff for another year, so this way they don't end up in a top 5 pick, which is probably what's going to happen. They need to go get the quarterback, and they need to somehow stop balls over the middle because that's exactly what Minnesota is going to go after. That's exactly what the Packers and the Bears are all going to go after, right over the center, if you don't go and get a good linebacker.
Yeah.
And Michael Williams is actually the person I would like the Bears to target with a 10th
Really?
pick. I mean, a lot of people feel like it's a reach, but you look at him, 6'5", 270 pounds. And with Montez Sweat, I think that he would be able to offset, the tension that Montez Sweat had after his one season.
Wow.
Plus, a lot of people said like his motor's insane, and he said he only played at 60% of the year, and he didn't even play. His first game was the first Texas game, like 4 games into the season, and he still had 6.5 sacks.
Nice.
It's just a beast.
Commanders, I took Jalen Walker just because I couldn't pass him up, and then because they need to hit on defense, and then I hit hopefully Ohio State edge rusher JT Tilmalo. Hopefully he pans out because they need edge rushers over in Washington. They went for defensive tackle in free agency. This is a position they absolutely got to hit. And I thought linebacker would just fill the need. I know they've got my boy Bobby Wagner coming back, but he's getting older, and Jalen Walker can play off the ball. I think.
And they have Frankie Louvu.
Mm-hmm.
True.
It was amazing.
I did the Bills already. I'll do the Chiefs for Eric.
I like
You-
this Chiefs pick.
I went.
agree.
He went Gray Zabel, guard, North Dakota State. They need him. I like him a lot. Emory Jones, tackle from LSU, and then he went Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle from Tennessee, and then my uncle's favorite pick, Dante Thornton,
Yeah, throw him
from
in.
Tennessee. Yeah, get another.
A little
another-
early on
body
him,
wide
I thought. A
receiver.
little early on him.
A little
you know,
early. He's a fourth rounder,
Wait.
but hey, it's end of the third.
he's a third dayer.
And then Philly, last one. Guys, I had a blast. Shamar Stewart, Marcus Mabo, however you say it. So I went trenches on both sides. That's where Philly's strength is. And then I picked speedster Brayshell Tootin, running back Virginia Tech, to be a change of pace to Saquon
So,
Barkley.
oh my God, Tootin went to Philly?
Yep.
Okay. Christ.
That's
That
going to be a
was
good
fun,
thing for
guys.
him.
Right.
This was our second annual mock draft. Please go give us a draft grade. Me and Med have a huge guest coming up on Monday. Ike Packers podcast is coming on. One of the biggest Packer podcasts in the world is coming on. Sports Talk Therapy to talk with a Packer and a Bear.
You're not going to go groupie mode this time, are you?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just excited to cut it up with them. We'll talk some more draft. We'll talk about what the Packers did, but we'll also expand to the Bears, Lions, and Vikings. We'll talk some NFC North. And then Thursday, me and Med, anybody's welcome to join us. We're going to cover the first round, and then I'll have probably Friday, most likely, one final show with Jones. I'll talk with him this week, and then I'll be on hiatus for the summer.
Yeah, much needed break, to say the least. Nick,
Absolutely.
thank you for joining us today. Please,
Nick
by all
was
means, let them know where you're from.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just Roll Coverage Pod on everything. Just slowly getting into TikTok and everything, but mainly YouTube,
TikTok.
Twitter. Panthers first, but I cover everything. I even cover cricket sometimes, so I talk about it all.
Man, cricket. That,
Dad, you rock for
That's,
doing this 2 nights in a row, Dad.
yeah,
Thank you.
dude.
Bro,
Hey,
cricket,
thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. I
Mr. Tom.
enjoy doing it. It's fun.
This was fun. I had a blast. This
I
is good
agree.
stuff.
So when are we doing the 7-rounder?
You know what?
My wife would be pissed. She's already ready for me to go to bed.
I'll tell you what. Next year, Nick, if you're down, we can go through each division.
Split it up. So we can split it up.
And no. We'll do each division, 8 of them all together, and we'll do 7 rounds with you on each one. How's
Let's
that
do
sound?
it.
I can do that.
Let's
Hey,
do
see,
it.
there you go. There's
Wait,
your 4.
Say that again. What do you want to do?
7 rounds?
7
All
rounds.
in one sitting.
Like how we do a mock draft in each division. Me and you
Uh-huh.
do it all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, I get it. My brain's mush, man.
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
this was fun.
So, Tom, you said Isaac. Go ahead and go with yours.
I did mine. Ned, we're doing the. Do you have any other shows? We're just doing Monday and Thursday, right?
I will be releasing a my
That's right.
2-round mock draft tomorrow. Sometime. I just got to really just do the video, the voiceover work for it. Already got the pictures and everything, so you get to hear my stunning voice. I do have a. It's going to be for another network. Let me pull this up real quick. I do have one where I'm doing. Sorry, folks. The Sports Truth podcast. I will be on their network doing another mock draft, and it'll have Stadium Rant, Cheese.
Cool.
Other curious sports will be on there, and yeah,
She hung out the whole
I'm
time.
going to enjoy this.
I
So,
love it. She hung out the
and
whole
then
time.
I'm going to take a long ass, well-deserved break.
Me too. Oh, and go check out Doghouse Podcast, the Georgia
Yes.
one. I
Great.
went on there. He just threw it up on YouTube. He's really cool. He'll be on our show next year, but go check him out. I was on his show. It was a blast. We talked Georgia. We hit a little NFL. It was a lot of fun. So, guys,
Awesome.
I'm gonna go to sleep, but I appreciate it. This
That's
was
all
fun.
right.
too.
Nick, you rock. Dad,
Hey,
thank
I appreciate you
Man,
guys.
Great
Well,
job.
thank you.
Awesome show, guys. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Absolutely.
And thank you to the 162 people watching.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Later, guys.
Later.